go. Welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Monday. What is going on, everybody? Yeah. Here we go. Back at it. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, it was all right. How was yours?
Yeah.
It's good. I discovered that the sun is bright.
Oh, yeah, you got a little sun there.
I did, yeah. That was one thing.
The forehead really took a beating.
Yeah, it did. I got a lot. Oh, my gosh. And it drains you. Oh, my goodness.
How were you?
I just went out golfing, but little things I got distracted. I just forgot, I'm like, I'm having a good time. I will be out just a little bit. And man, oh man, I forgot to put on the sun spray thing.
Ooh.
I feel like you only got sun on your forehead.
Well, yeah, that's where I'd like really concentrate. I don't know what's going on. Boom, really hot right there, man. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I see a peeling in the future.
Probably. Yeah.
Were you wearing like a Middle Eastern face covering that covered from your eyes down?
I know, it's just odd. Yeah.
Only your forehead.
How my
is.
body attracts sun, it's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Really, you only had like 28% of your face has got sun. It's just the forehead.
It's odd. And yeah, the rest of me, I didn't have any sun protection anywhere else. Arms doing okay. Legs are fine. Just one spot in my forehead.
Huh.
That's it.
odd.
It's very odd.
Let's all take a picture together today, post it online, see what the comments say.
Yeah.
Oh, tomato head.
Yeah.
It pops on KVJ TV.
It does.
Whoa, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
Yeah. No, not a good one.
I
But
love
it's
it.
there.
I love it.
Yeah. So if you're a dummy like me and forgot the sunscreen over the weekend, oof, man. I'm feeling it today.
Your forehead's embarrassed.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's very, very bashful. All right, you can dial us up on KVJ TV. Go to YouTube, look for the KVJ Show, or go directly kvjshow.tv right now.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
Well, I know I keep gamming on and on about this, but because people, they keep asking if me and Denny's are for sure going to Logan. We are definitely going to Logan. The tickets have been purchased. But then I got this cryptic, weird email over the weekend. I was trying to understand. Was that from your dad, that email?
Yeah, my dad had said something. They did a write-up in the local newspaper there about the Bigfoot Fest, and I think my dad is very skeptical as to the quality of this Bigfoot Fest and how it's going to be in year one.
Well, the email was, tell Jay Bird to not buy the ticket, and if he did buy it, get a refund immediately.
Yeah.
And it's in all caps. I'm like, but what is going on here?
My dad is, I believe he's protesting. He thinks like he's just not buying into the Bigfoot squawk contest and all those kind of things. But I think you are. So I think you guys are set a little bit differently.
Well, I guess I'm confused because he sent news articles and then they're highlighted on certain points. Mm-hmm. So is his beef that I'm not going to get in the contest? Because I think it said...
No, and it says in all caps what he sent is hokey. Is what it says. He says
He doesn't believe it's legit.
Yeah,
I don't
he
think
thinks
But we know it's not legit.
Yeah, that's why I'm going.
He thinks it's going to be a very bad, poor production. I think it's kind of what it is. And yeah, what he highlights in the article is just about like the contest, which I actually think that you like the most. The Sasquatch Walk, or the Squatch Walk, is the best impersonation of Bigfoot's gait. So I guess they're doing a Bigfoot walk contest, and then they're doing the howling contest, where it says, bellow your heart out, do your best impression of what you think a Sasquatch sounds like. And that seemed to be where my dad's like, all right, this is hokey and stupid.
No, that was our idea.
Don't waste your time. Yeah, exactly.
That was our idea.
Right, yeah. So So I don't think Dad's set the same way you're set on this. So I think what my dad thinks is going to be hokey and awful, you actually might find awesomely awful.
That's why I'm going. I want that. From what I understand, reading on this thing, there's going to be speakers there, Virginia.
There are, yeah.
There's going to be, I don't know. But the thing that made me nervous, that squawking contest takes place on a Friday night.
Okay.
So I guess this is a 2-day festival?
I guess so.
Full on, yeah.
Yeah, probably a Friday, Saturday kind of thing.
You don't get in till Friday night.
I don't get until day 2 of this big time festival.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have a squawk too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or you can do your own.
Yeah, impromptu.
Yeah, impromptu. That'd
Something
probably
tells me
be
the
good.
locals may be okay with that.
Yeah, they'd probably be all right. Yeah. So, I mean, they're really kind of hard up for entertainment. So I think anything that you put out there, they're going to enjoy and eat up.
Well, I saw the email. This is Kevin's dad telling me not to come. Does he want me to stay?
you should keep in mind, too, the first year of throwing a festival, especially if you've never thrown a festival,
Right.
it's going to be a little chaotic. It's going to be not perfect, not polished. But if you go in there looking for fun and you're giving forgiveness to the organizers because you understand it's the first year they're trying to build something great.
Right.
You're a part of the first year of building something great. It's not going to be great the first year.
I don't think Dad gets it. He's not wrong. It's going to be a terrible production. But I think just watching it in awe, you're going to be amazed, and it's going to be very entertaining for anybody else. It's probably going to look like a spoof comedy, something from like Parks and Recs that you're going to be showing and be like, I can't believe this is going on.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, it's not just about the Bigfoot Festival that I'm going there for. It's because of the pizza crossing.
Yeah.
It's because it's your hometown.
Sure, yeah.
There's all of that going on, and to see your dad. So even if it got canceled,
Yeah.
it's not a wasted trip to me.
I think Dad's alarm is your actual reason for going.
Okay.
So this should actually be more of an endorsement to go, because Dad is very worried that this is not going to be very well put together.
So we leave Friday evening, or late Friday afternoon, about 5:30, and we get there about 8:30. So up and back for me and Denny's. Let's play Price is Right. How much you think it was for me and Denny's up and back? We come back Sunday morning. We leave
This
Sunday
is
morning.
just airfare.
Yeah, just airfare up and back.
700 is my guess.
Pretty much nailed it. $691.
Okay.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
There was cheaper on Spirit Airlines, but it didn't accommodate our schedule. The times were wonky. It had him getting in like at midnight or something.
This is the only time we could have gotten that would work with Denny's schedule, my schedule, and the show schedule.
Yeah.
You'll still get an email about how I paid too much money for the ticket.
Okay.
It's not a deal.
Yeah.
And we talked about this on Friday when his travel agent, me, bought him. And it's not a deal, but...
She didn't buy them, or no? I gave her my
didn't-
card.
I didn't pay for them, but I helped him get them because
Yeah.
it's tricky navigating all these sites.
Well, you're good at that. You're good at finding a deal.
I like to find a deal, and we did. Spirit Airlines had deals, y'all. If you're looking for deals
Okay.
and you're flexible on your travel dates,
Right.
Spirit did have deals.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. All right. It's all locked in, baby.
It's all happening, Ken.
Yeah. You believe it's only a couple weekends away, man. I mean, it's coming here before you know it. So just like 2 weeks.
I didn't know we told them the cost on Friday. I must have forgot that. I didn't remember telling the cost. I thought that, yeah, maybe we did on the podcast, but yeah, 700. So does that mean if someone, can you still find a deal cheaper than that? Is it like the stock market where it changes every day?
Yes.
It is.
It is. It totally is. And it's based on supply and demand. They fluctuate.
So technically you could find a cheaper ticket today.
Technically, anything is possible when it comes to those prices. Southwest could decide today they want to do a $49 sale and just slash all their prices. And someone could pay $49 for the same ticket you paid $350
And
for.
they don't give you that discount.
No.
Man, that's not hashtag be cool.
Wouldn't that be nice? If they go, you know what? We decided to.
We decided to slash prices for you.
Because we believe in you.
My sister plays this game though, where she'll buy tickets, and then if she finds the price cheaper, she buys only refundable tickets. We didn't buy refundable for you.
Yeah, that's a whole other world I don't even know about, Kev.
Yeah. It's a different game.
It is tricky.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I've got a boat day coming up this weekend, and I'm so excited.
Ooh, fun.
And I was showing Panda pictures of the boat, and he's like, "We're not going in the ocean, are we?" And I'm like, I don't know. It's a big boat, so it could handle
okay.
the ocean.
Yeah.
But Panda and one other guest are like, we don't want to go in the ocean. Are there things you can do besides Dramamine that help people with their sea legs?
Yeah, I think there are a couple different things. I've heard and seen anything from some people do magnets, something like that on the ears that help with equilibrium. There's a whole line of things to do if you are crazy with your motion sickness as I am. So I've seen it. I've not really invested.
Have you done the magnets?
No, I've not. I've only just seen it as I've looked briefly at them.
It is weird. Some people just get the sea legs, kind of like some people can go up through the mountains and never get that ear thing going on. I get it every single time. My dad was like that, where he goes on the water, he gets them sea legs. I think some
No
people,
sea legs or sea legs?
Is this one of those things it's like the almonds or the shelled?
Yes.
My dad gets sick when he goes on the water.
There you go.
The juicy daddy barfs.
He gets green. He doesn't throw up. He actually keels over and he can't move.
Oh.
I know, it's rough. I don't see my dad like
It's
that.
the worst thing. It really is. It's debilitating if you have motion sickness. It's just absolutely terrible. We'd had that Am I the Jerk email like a week or two ago where somebody had gone out. They insisted on, oh, no, I want to go out. And they went out and thought it was going to be a drinking excursion. Everybody else was out there to fish, and they get 4 or 5 miles out. He's barfing his guts out. He says, you got to take me back. And they're like, we're not taking you back. Like, that's not how this works. I mean, if you're out here, you just got to live through the torture and hell. Because, the price of gas and everything else, we're not going to be like, yeah, sure, we'll just drive 5 miles in and then come right back out.
Yeah, $300, $400 in gas, no big deal.
Yeah, so if you get out there and you do get that, and you're with very serious, unsympathetic fishermen, you are screwed, man. So that's just the way it goes. What I got on my mind here today, they did the Comic-Con San Diego was over the weekend, and the big thing about that is they preview a lot of movie trailers, and then they also give you news about other big movies opening up, so it kind of really marks itself for if you love going to the movies, and especially if you like the superhero stuff, that's where they're going to kind of break all that down. But there were some really cool trailers that came out. They got a whole bunch of stuff with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. 2 new Avengers movies are going to be coming. Big surprise. They have got the Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. I don't even know what that means, but if you know all this stuff, maybe that is something for you. May of 2025. And the Avengers, they do have a new Avengers movie. Secret Wars is going to hit the following November, just 6 months later. So it doesn't look like you're really going to have an Avengers movie for probably another 2 to 3 years. So it is going to be a little while for that. The thing everybody's talking about is Wakanda Forever. It is going to be the Black Panther, but keep in mind the Black Panther has passed. And so they're doing a Black Panther movie without the Black Panther.
Are they going to do that thing where they computer generate somebody? Because they're doing that a lot for Disney.
The CGI kind of stuff.
Yes, they're bringing back people who have passed away. They're bringing back people who are young and now old and making them look weird young.
Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do. The preview and the trailer that is out there, you can see they talk about how he has died. So in one way or another, they have written off the Black Panther, and it looks like somebody else is going to be putting the suit on.
I think he's memorialized in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, you see like giant like murals of him with his face, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful tribute, as it should be.
Yeah, and it looks like his mom or the queen, she's kind of taken over, and so I don't know that she'll be the Black Panther herself, but some way, somehow that's going to fit in there. So that was something that dropped that people were talking a lot about. And John Wick 4, technically, they're only calling it John Wick. It is going to be in theaters on March 24th of 2023.
How deep they going with that franchise? Are they going 10 sequels on that
That's a
thing?
great question. I don't know.
You still love it?
I mean, I do like it. It's entertaining. The first one is the one that I really love. And then the rest of it, it's synchronized death. Is all it is. And, it's kind of interesting. I really love the first John Wick movie, and I'd be okay if they would have just left it there. But, I mean, there's too much money to be made, so they keep kind of remaking the same movie. So
I guess I'm okay with the sequels. It's the prequels that get on my nerves. For some reason, I don't like a prequel. I feel like they screw everything up on prequels.
Yeah, too confusing. Okay, so there you go. So that's a whole bunch of new movie stuff. And from over the weekend, too, Jordan Peele's Nope debuted at number 1, $44 million.
I heard good things.
Did you? Okay.
I mean, just from what I read.
He makes pretty quality stuff from what I understand. He makes stuff that's way too scary for this sensitive dude, but I understand his movies are pretty good. So.
That's what I say when you ask me to go. Nope.
Nope.
Too scary.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, well, we always like to get a review from Suits about an old classic that we all seem to like, but what does Gen Z think about the movies themselves? Which is the movie that you watched over the weekend, Suits?
So you gave me a couple of choices, and I decided to go with Revenge of the Nerds this weekend.
Okay, Revenge of the Nerds. This is a movie that as a young kid I watched, loved. It was a classic for me. It's a movie I've probably seen about 10 times. I always thought it was funny, but what did you think about the
There's
comedy?
a lot to unpack with this movie.
There is a lot.
I mean, first of all, the bullies are amazing. I mean, they are so over the top.
Over the top,
I mean, they're like
yeah.
chucking them through windows. It's so over the top. But
Yeah.
I got to admit, I was laughing most of the time I was watching it. It was pretty shocking. I know Bird's looking at me for a reason.
Keep in mind, 4 out of the 5 people, Kevin, Virginia, myself, and Denny's really, really love this movie.
It was so over the top, but I did find myself laughing a lot while I was watching it. I mean, it's weird to me, though, how every 80s movie seemed to have a sex crime in it at some point.
It does.
Yeah, we didn't really care about sex crimes
They
in the
really
80s.
didn't. I mean, and I love how she like falls in love with him because of that. That was the weird part to me. It was very strange. I knew something like that was coming.
Yeah.
But that was just a very weird angle. She like, oh, you're not my boyfriend, but that's great. I'm like,
That is
What?
one of, that's
Yeah.
one of more of the weirder scenes from
Yeah,
the 80s.
that was very
Definitely.
unrealistic, too.
very weird. I'm like, is that how it works? I didn't know that.
No.
But I thought it was pretty funny.
Okay, overall, if you had to give it a Rotten Tomatoes type of score, where would you rank it?
I'll put it at an 80. I mean, it had its very, very cheesy, over-the-top moments, but at the end of the day, I enjoyed the ride. I was having fun with it.
It's a classic,
Okay.
at least in my world.
Yeah, I think so too. That's good to see. All right, so Suits, give it, I guess, in a sense, a thumbs up for the
Yeah, it was a
next
solid
guy.
movie. It had its weird moments, but I liked it.
80's a good
80 is
score.
great.
Yeah. Well, if you're looking at some of the other movies from over the weekend, people were asking if I got to see The Gray Man. That was what I was talking about. I had planned on watching that Netflix movie. It's got Ryan Gosling in it. And I really wanted to see it, but my father-in-law was out of town, and so he typically likes the action movies. So, we're always looking for a good action movie to watch. So I did not watch it over the weekend for that reason. So hopefully this weekend. I want to see what people think, too. I remember on Friday when I was talking about it, the audience had given it a 90%. Critics were at 50%. So it was really, pretty divergent there on the two. But people were saying it was excellent. Don't listen to the critics on that. So if you've not seen that, that's out.
Critics. Get out of here with your critics.
Right. On the John Wick that we just talked about, that is going to be coming out in March of 2023. How many are they going to do? This is going to be the 4th one. Keanu Reeves has said that he will do as many John Wicks as people want.
He knows what to say to the people.
Yeah. And somebody said the John Wick death count is at about 299 plus people now.
Is that the most? I don't know if it is in a franchise.
No, I think the most it might be Freddy Krueger, or not Freddy Krueger, Jason.
Voorhees?
I think he has the largest kill count. I think.
He's got a lot, Virginia.
Well, he's been doing it forever.
He's been doing it since, though, technically, if you want to stay with the storyline, since the 50s.
Really?
I mean, shouldn't he be in
Okay.
retirement?
Or just the early 60s, yeah. Yeah, I won't bore people with the beginning of it, but yeah. It's
Already bored.
He's
Too late. Too late.
I knew I didn't have much time.
There's one thing about movies that I saw which was kind of interesting. I was reading an article over the weekend, and they're talking about CGI. And when CGI first kind of came out and they're trying it, you would even look at it on the big screen and be like, that looks kind of hokey.
Yes.
They make like an explosion, but you can tell it's not a real explosion. It's like digitally made.
Yeah.
Even if you go back to the prequels on Star Wars, you see some of this stuff. Even now, and you go, how did that get greenlit?
Well, they're saying that there's going to be maybe a whole period of movies, probably ones made in the last 20 years where they started using CGI that might be kind of hard to watch at home, because they say now with the 4K and the technology on the televisions, it's so crisp and it's so good. And I guess a lot of the CGI effects were rendered in 2K. Now, this is all technical jargon I don't understand, but they would say you could see, for instance, they used one of the Godzilla movies, and you watch it and Godzilla looks fuzzy around the edges and just doesn't even look like it's part of the real scene. And so they say the movies that probably from this era, we talk about which movies age well and will look terrible. They're saying that a lot of the earlier CGI movies and anything probably from 10 years ago when they first started doing CGI is going to be hard to watch, is the TVs get so good. So when Tom Cruise does Top Gun Maverick, and he did a lot of that, he didn't want to use the CGI, maybe knowing that. They said, those kind of movies will age well. If they really did the real effects and real stunts, those movies will look good. But you watch the other ones, they'll almost be like you're watching kind of part video game and part movie. And
It makes sense,
And it may
yeah.
be hard for future audiences to go back and watch some of the old classics because the CGI is going to stand out so much from when you saw it in the movie theater.
Well, you can already see that going on with makeup jobs. Not even kidding you. With the different quality, things you never noticed with just how they did makeup on older movies.
Yeah.
You can see where it ends and begins on certain
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah, so they say that certain things are not living as well because of technology and where our home theater systems are going and how good they look compared to where the movies were made at the time. So interesting to see how that looks. All right, here we go. Tell me, which is worse? Someone who is an awful tipper or someone who illegally parks in a handicapped space?
Oh my gosh. I mean, they both suck.
Yeah, okay. That's very true. They both do.
I think I don't know.
If you had to rank the sins, though.
The tipping is bad because somebody's depending on you to pay their bills, and that's serious S-bomb. Like somebody needs your tips to be able to pay their water bill, light bill, rent.
Yeah.
And if you're hurting them on the tip, then they can't pay their bills. The handicap thing is bad, but it's not affecting anybody's finances.
Okay. So the tip is a little bit more long term, whereas parking in somebody's handicapped space might be annoying.
And it's super inconvenient for the person who is handicapped and now has to park further away, and it's a struggle to get wherever they're going. I don't know.
I mean, no matter what side, because I'm already seeing comments coming in going, "How dare you pick tipping? It's definitely handicaps. It's going to be."
It just depends on your perspective.
I'd say if you really work it out, how many times you drive by a handicapped spot? How many times do I go out to a restaurant? How many more times would I be a jerk in that situation in my life? I'd probably be. I go out to eat more. I'm not always around a handicapped spot.
Yeah.
I think maybe the tipping because I do it more often and it's more consistent. So I'm going to go with tipping. Please send all hate emails to Kevin.
Kevin loves hate emails.
I
Yeah,
do.
he does.
I do.
He likes when they go at least 6 paragraphs deep.
Yep. If you had to rank who would be the bigger jerk to flagrantly park in a handicapped spot when you know that was part of your road test, you know that you're massively inconveniencing somebody. The only thing that I would say about the tipping is some people have different standards of tipping, or they don't necessarily know. Some people really think that, you know what, I gave them a good 10% tip, and you know that's
That's
a
definitely
great
how
day
they
for
talk.
them. You know, and
10% is good.
right, they're a little misguided. More than just being a flagrant jerk. To me, the person that goes in the handicap spot is a flagrant jerk, whereas the tipper might be a little misguided.
True. And the handicap spot is more public. Every day when I go to pick up Rocco from surf camp, there's this entitled douche in an Audi who parks in the handicap spot to pick up his kid from camp, but he's not handicapped at all. In fact, he ran up the hill to get his kid. He parks there because it's the closest spot, and there's no other close spots, but I watch him do it, and I'm like, oh, you better hope the cops don't come by. You get judged.
Are you sure he doesn't have a placard on some sort and it's one of those things where
looked.
it's a silent?
It's not on the plate, and it's not on the hanging on the rear view, and it's no sticker or anything. And he jogged up the hill.
Because they covered this on the series Curb Your Enthusiasm, and the one guy parked in the handicap spot, and Larry David's getting all mad at him, and then the guy goes, "I have a placard. I have a stutter," and then he walks away. He's like, "See, I didn't know he had a stutter." So I think he's making a joke on that. But it was more of the
I know he
take.
has a
It's
stutter.
more on the take of the silent ailments that people have.
Gotcha.
Adam does bring up a good point in this argument. One is illegal, one is not. Parking in the handicap
Okay.
spot would be something you could get a ticket for, and the law would frown on you. The tipping is not.
Yeah, typically though, I don't really. A lot of times, morality and laws maybe not coincide with one's personal belief.
Okay. So you don't think that makes for the good
well,
argument?
Well, if someone will tell me, there's certain things that can be illegal, and I still go, well, it shouldn't be illegal. The law has nothing to do with it.
Okay. Yeah, it's an interesting debate. I would say the more flagrant jerk likely is the one who's going to be in the handicap space, though they both suck. All right.
There's no good answer.
Yeah, there's really no good answer.
You could argue one.
Someone's
going to
be mad at you.
Yeah. Well, the question here, which is worse? They're both probably going to be bad, but which one is worse? Someone who sends an unsolicited D-pic or someone who is a peeping Tom? Which one is worse? They're both violating you in a way. One of them is looking at you. One of them is giving you something you don't want to look at, likely.
Peeping Tom, I think, is worse because you are now up close and personal. You're at someone's window.
Yeah.
It's at a next level. D-pic, unsolicited, it ain't right and it ain't cool.
Yeah.
I think Peeping Tom's creepier and weirder.
It is. It's definitely weirder. I think the airdrop D-pic is like a thing because I was getting airdrop requests at Disney. I think anytime you're in a big space like that, people are looking to be stupid and be silly.
Well, not only that, there's some dudes just after talking 3 lines with somebody, they're sending a D-pic unsolicited.
Yeah.
That really is not cool.
No. Yeah, they're a little misguided.
They don't care about cool. They don't care about being cool.
No, but it is.
They want to get a shock.
It's the cyber version of being a flasher.
Basically, yeah.
It is. It's
But a physical peeping Tom or flasher is way worse.
only because they're in the present. Anything
Right.
can go down in the present.
Right.
You're at least safe by the fact that it's over technology. But yeah, in your house, a dude looking in your window.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
A peeping Tom is also likely trespassing, too.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it. You're going up to the window and, what's Virginia wearing?
A moo-moo.
Oh, it's a black muumuu, a witch's muumuu.
I promise you, it ain't that hot.
You even wear a black muumuu to bed.
I love a black moo-moo.
Okay, which one is worse here? Someone stealing from a church or someone stealing from a Girl Scout troop?
Oh, damn.
Which is worse?
I'm sticking up for the Girl Scout troops. They've given me so many cookies. They gave me cookies when Chewie passed away. I stand with the Girl Scouts and their kids.
Well, I think the reason why I would say it's worse to do it with a Girl Scout troop is it's harder for them to recoup their losses. I think most churches, it would suck, but they would be able to manage.
No, but if in fact God is up there keeping score, I mean, you can't hit him where it hurts. You can't hit him in his house.
They're both bad.
Hopefully he forgives you. There was that local store.
Hopefully he forgives you.
We had that local store, I think 10 or 12 years ago, where that one young teenage girl, she stole a bunch of money
Yeah,
from the
right.
Girl Scout, and then they
Yeah.
interviewed her, and she doubled down on
She did.
douche.
Yeah.
It's like, I took it, but that's because,
I think it was from right out front of a store there, like out front of a Publix.
I want to say it was Boca. It was in that area.
It sounds like it could be.
That interview still exists on the internet.
Does it?
It does, because I saw it not too long ago. I go, oh, I remember this story, and dang, she didn't really care that she stole the
No,
money.
she's evil.
Okay, which is worse, being stuck out at sea by yourself on a life raft or being stranded alone in the woods? I think out at sea by yourself on a life raft is worse.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, where do you have a better shot of being seen from the sky, the woods or the ocean?
Well, the thing about being in the woods is you'll be able to live off the land. You could find water, food, those kind of things, and not that, you may be seen if you made it to a hilltop or something like that in a clearing, maybe you could be seen that way. Out at sea is tough, and you don't have a lot of resources around you. Where are you getting food? Where are you getting water? Especially if you're in that sun. Imagine
oh boy,
that.
your forehead would not be happy.
No, my goodness.
Just your forehead would get burnt.
That'd be torture. Yeah. Just my forehead. The rest of my body's fine.
You're right, because if you're lost out at sea, your only hope, you're betting on just getting found.
Yeah.
If you're at least living on the land, you have a chance of getting found and then getting some
Yeah.
food. You're right.
And
Kevin's
you,
right.
You can walk and hopefully get to where you have civilization if you're in the woods. I mean, just keep walking one direction. But if you're in the ocean and you can't see any land, you could be paddling in a circle and not know it.
And I've heard sometimes people get that weird condition where they know they're not supposed to drink the salted water, but they can't help it because
Yeah.
they start turning mad.
Sure.
And then once they drink the water, Virginia, they turn insane. They go crazy. Don't drink the salt water.
Did you drink some salt water today?
Why?
Why? Why do you say?
You haven't blinked in like 3 minutes, and you're just staring at me.
I haven't slept in about 3 days.
Dude, we need to get you some melatonin.
Okay, which is worse, facing off against an angry grizzly bear or a determined serial killer?
Serial killers, way worse.
It's way worse.
I feel like an animal you can eventually almost, I don't know, scram. They're going to get tired
Scram.
and go. A serial killer, if they want to kill you, man, they got murder in their heart. They got one goal.
Yeah, they're determined and focused.
Ugh, that's not good.
Maybe if you play dead, the grizzly bear will smell you and be like, oh, yeah, they smell dead and walk away.
Agreed. Am I off on that one?
No, I agree with you completely. I'm taking my chances with the bear.
Okay. And which is worse, losing and misplacing the winning Powerball ticket or accidentally running over and killing your beloved pet?
Oh, my God. Oh, Kevin.
Which is worse of the two?
I don't think emotionally I would be. I know what the witch is going to say. Bye-bye, Rover. He's gone. He's dead. If I would have killed Chewie on my own,
Yeah.
I think I would.
Blood is on your hands.
Oh, it would. I wouldn't enjoy any money.
Yeah.
And I've killed a dog before on accident.
Okay, that's what I was going to bring up.
Well-
but I didn't want to like. I mean, he's really the only one that can speak from experience.
Yeah, it's rough, man. Mm-hmm. No pun intended.
Panda said that was one of the first things y'all bonded over in art class. He was drawing pictures of him after he hit the dog. And
I
the
took it kind of hard.
dog died, and
Kinda stayed
he was
with
trying
me.
to work it out in his artwork. And Panda was like, "Damn, this guy,
Our dog got out
this
of
guy
the-
needs a friend."
Our dog got out of the house, man. It was really. I know it's funny now. That
Yeah.
was a devastating thing to kind of.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Yeah, that is rough. Wow.
I'm glad we're talking about it.
It's therapy, right?
It's mind.
Have you ever dealt with it?
Can I get some crayons and a piece of paper? I need to draw.
Yeah.
Our boy's got to doodle some things
Needs a little
out.
art therapy.
Bless his heart.
Yeah, I would think killing the pet would be a lot tougher. Beloved is the key word. You know, some people are like, I don't care, but you know,
Well, I beloved this
it's a
dog. Yeah, it was.
beloved pet.
There's a lot. There's some issues there.
Yeah, it's more than money, right? Well, that Mega Millions did not get swooped up on Friday, so it's going to be rolling over. It was at like 660 on Friday, and now they say for the drawing tomorrow night, it's going to be 790. Kind of crazy, huh? It's getting up there. Makes you pay attention.
I like it when it gets all up there because then it's like, ooh, excitement.
Yeah, absolutely. It really decreases your chance of winning. We found out on Friday just how many people were buying Mega Millions jackpot tickets as Jaber tried to make a beer run. There was a line out the door.
I mean, dude, that was the longest racetrack line in the history of racetrack lines.
And so don't try to do an emergency timed beer run while the Mega Millions is over 660 million.
I was like, hey, a racetrack, can you guys kind of just slow it down a bit? We're doing a radio bit right now.
It's going to be tough for people to work at the mini marts and gas stations, though. They got to know that. I bet they probably watch it with dread as they see the numbers going up big. Oh, man, our lines are going to be crazy.
You're right.
People are going to be in a rush. They're going to be yelling at us. They're going to be snappy trying to get them tickets.
Is the Powerball one of those ones that if you get 3 out of the 6 numbers, you still get a good chunk of it, or if you get that, it's going to be a few hundred?
I think if you get 3 numbers, it's a few hundred.
So you always want to get in that 4 range. That's when you kind of start to get that payday.
Yeah, but what if you get 5 out of the 6?
That's
and you're
still-
like, oh,
That's still good though. I'd
you're
imagine
so close.
you'd probably get at least what, 20 grand or 30 grand on
I
that.
think it changes, but yeah, you get a nice chunk.
How does Mega Millions and Powerball differ?
I think they have different nights that they draw on, right?
Okay.
Powerballs.
Are the rules all the same?
I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
that versed. I know
Okay.
a little bit more about Powerball than Mega Millions.
Okay. Yeah, the Mega Millions is the one that's got the big old jackpot right now. So whatever the difference is, they're going to be doing the drawing tomorrow night. So if you want to go to the racetrack and stand in a very long line to get your ticket, you can.
I've had 3 or 4 people send me their favorite numbers that we should play, and I'm going, I don't know if I want to play everyone's favorite numbers, because then if you win, you got to share that. You got to play your own numbers, right?
I don't know. I mean, if you're picking numbers and somebody tells you that they are just feeling really strong about a number, I feel like sometimes that message came to you for a reason, and I'd rather share 790 million than to get nothing.
Kevin, really quick, the first number that goes to your head, go.
2.
Virginia, you.
7.
Denny's, give me your first number. Is he in the room? Damn it, my experiment's
He's not in the room.
Damn it. Okay, I got 2 and I got 7. I want to play these numbers.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I just want to go. Give me the first number and I'm going to write it down. I'm playing them 6. 2 and 7 so far.
Okay.
I'm going 14. Just came to my head. That's my number.
Okay.
I need Suits and Denny's.
All right.
All right.
Feel like this might happen.
Let's have fun with it.
Be amazing.
You never know.
That would be amazing.
It would be amazing. Yeah. That'd be a big story.
We'd go viral.
Yeah, we would.
Finally. Over here singing for our supper on TikTok. Ain't nothing catching fire.
We go KVJ viral. Yeah.
Whatever. No one sees any of my TikToks. They suck.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
I see all these people
All right.
blowing up on TikTok. I'm like, what is the effing secret?
Really? You got to show that ass, dog. You got to show the ass.
You don't want to see this ass, dog.
Sorry. I'm just letting you know.
Dude.
What you got to do. You got to show it off.
No, there's plenty of ugly people hitting it on TikTok.
Okay, then
it's not all about sexy.
Then you have to make a depressing video with text message. You're good at depressing.
I can do this.
With the sad music underneath it and have an anniversary about how today's the day of blah, blah, blah. And then just show you kind of crying and then upload it.
All right.
And views galore.
Sad video today, Kevin.
Okay.
I'll show off that ass. She can cry.
You could be naked in the background.
Yeah, you cry and I'll shake my ass.
Something's got to hit.
It's got to work, right?
We're doing that video.
Tired of getting 20 views. Damn TikTok.
Well, if you don't have Mega Millions type money, the government's going to help you out a little bit. The back-to-school tax holiday begins today. That's when the back-to-school scaries start to settle in for the kids when they see things like that.
It's real.
It's happening. I was at the store. I'm seeing signs. That's when I was a kid. When I see the back-to-school sign, it's
time.
depression.
Yeah, no, legit. I was like looking at it for my son Cannon, and they go back like on the 10th. And I was like, oh man, dog, I don't want to like rub it in his face, but I'm like, bro, you're looking at 2 weeks, man.
You should just walk into his room. Damn, 2 weeks, dog.
Yeah,
You walk in the Green Mile.
yeah, it's coming, man.
Does he get bummed out about going back to school?
I don't know. He hasn't really voiced it yet. I don't think it's hit him yet.
He's going into what? 8th?
Yeah.
That's a big grade.
That is big time, man. Last year middle school. So if you want to save some cash, they've got the tax holiday clothes and shoes under $100, school supplies under $50, and computers under $1,500. You can get tax breaks on right now until August 7th.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, nothing more fun than a surprise, right? Like if you go to see somebody in concert and then all of a sudden, bam, you weren't expecting this. If you went to go see the Chris Rock and Kevin Hart show at Madison Square Garden over the weekend, now you knew it was going to be awesome because it's Chris Rock and Kevin Hart, but no one realized that Dave Chappelle was going to come out before the two and warm up the crowd. How awesome is that?
That is
awesome.
pretty cool,
I mean,
yeah.
you have 3 of the top dogs. I mean, show me a better bill. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, people are in the game right now. That's pretty strong.
Dave Chappelle came out and talked a lot about the karma police and not getting canceled. And it was all in reference, of course, to the venue that had canceled his performance.
Yeah.
And it was like a whole thing about that. But if you love drama and controversy, I mean, you had to be just sopping it up with a biscuit. I would have been like, oh my God, this is the best.
The place that canceled him, that was out in California.
No.
Where was it?
Minneapolis.
Wow.
Yeah, and he went to another venue instead.
He also talked about how when he got tackled on stage, he blamed the fact that his bodyguards were wearing dress shoes and weren't able to run over fast enough to help him.
Yeah, I can see him start slipping.
So good. Oh, to be there. I mean, what a lucky crowd. Also, at Rolling Loud, a lot of people considered themselves lucky because they got a surprise appearance from Kanye West. Now, in a very Kanye-type move, he canceled his headlining spot and then was replaced by Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
And then showed up anyway. What?
Yeah.
It's such a Kanye thing to do. I mean, poor Kid Cudi. They put him on like the main stage to take the place of Kanye, and the crowd started throwing things at him, clocked him with like garbage, and then he went into this rant. I assume you have it. He is pissed, and he's like, if you hit me again, I'm walking off. And then they hit him again.
Yeah. Boom.
Damn,
He wasn't
Kid
kidding.
Cudi.
Here's a little bit of how it went down at Rolling Loud.
Yo, I will walk off this stage. If y'all throw one more thing up here, I will leave. I will leave right now. Throw one more thing on the stage and I will walk off. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. You will ruin it for everybody. I will leave. If I get hit with one more thing, if I see one more thing on this stage, I'm leaving. Don't
Oh, that's it.
And boom, there he goes.
They tried him, and he said, F around and find
Yeah,
out.
well, I feel
There he
like
goes.
when he said it the third time, he was almost daring them to throw something on stage at that point.
It's just kind of weird the way it all shook down. So when Kid Cudi was on stage getting garbage thrown at him, it was on a different stage where Lil Durk was performing, where Kanye came out and made that surprise appearance.
Yeah.
So it just makes you think, like, was he trying to undermine Kid Cudi?
Yes, he was.
Because they were
He
beefing
was.
earlier this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama that goes behind it. And, Kid Cudi and Kanye used to be tight. I mean, they would do albums together, and Kid Cudi was a big part of Kanye's success on other albums. But Kid Cudi won't break off his friendship with Pete Davidson. And so that's where Kanye started laying in on Kid Cudi. And then he said, yeah, just to let you know, Cudi's not going to be on Donda. Just to say, if you all expect Kid Cudi to be on my new album, he's not going to be there. He's been cut out of my life. He's friends with you-know-who.
Pete.
Yes.
Pete has got him twisted. Kanye,
He does.
you look silly.
Kanye's twisted.
And then Kid Cudi shot back and responded in the comments of one of the posts that he put up about his betrayal, saying that, yeah, I don't want to be on your album, you effing dinosaur.
oh,
Okay.
And then he said, everyone knows I've been the best thing about your album since I met you.
double down.
And then he said, I'm going to pray for you, brother, with a peace sign emoji. So that's how that all got going. So, yeah, when Kanye backed out of Rolling Loud, people were confused because apparently the organizers had said he put a lot into it and was really involved with the stage set and the show and how it was going to look. The organizers had to know this. So that they replaced Kanye West with Kid Cudi was odd because those two are not really friendly right now. And I'm sure people in the crowd know it, and they're protesting that Kanye's not there by throwing stuff at Kid Cudi.
But it creates all this drama.
It does.
It creates all these storylines, and then therefore creates all this interest.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then look at what happened. Kid Cudi walks off stage, and Kanye West appears on another stage with Lil Durk.
So Pete Davidson is in Kanye's head, and Kanye is in Kid Cudi's head.
Yeah.
And Pete Davidson is Kim's bed.
The Dirty J's in all of our heads.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. A lot of drama.
It's so layered, and that's
Yep.
what's going on in your dirt.
One other fun thing that happened there's some other surprise performances. Antonio Brown was at Rolling Loud. You know, the guy who is the former NFL wide receiver.
Yes.
Who's definitely been interesting lately. He's trying to rap career out. So he came out on stage. What do you think about Antonio Brown's performance from Rolling Loud?
She wanna drive the boat, I'm tripping, I think she's somebody yacht. Good body all over my body, I'm tripping all over the spot. This no rap to Birkin bag, this new way out of car. The fitted to put on my socks, I got a ball, how can I not? The fitted to put on my watch, this is a me, no not a fuck. We ain't supposed to make it.
Okay. He looked like he was on really early in the day.
Well, look, you got to start somewhere, man. When people are still putting the tables out.
They're like bagels out for everybody.
Look, I know how it feels. Virginia booked the snack pack to open up the Crawfish Festival. People are still putting tables out there.
You were a draw.
All righty. Other fun stuff we got going on here today. Celebrity birthdays. Not a lot, but one of the Friends cast is having a birthday today. Joey Tribbiani, Matt LeBlanc, is 55 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Also got a birthday shout out to Reggie from Marble, Piper, and Pickles and the Avengers is what that says. Also, happy birthday to our Kylie. That is from Mom, Dad, and the Fur Babies, Skyla and Bella. Let me see. We've also got a birthday shout out to Corey, the best friend, mom, and wife. Love you so much. From John and Beta. Also, we got a birthday shout out. My daughter's 15th birthday. A little shout out for her. If you could be like mom and dad, the twins, and Maxim. Her name is McKenna. So there you go. Happy birthday to her as well. Got a birthday, want to shout out? You can send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. Well, the summertime starts to slip away a little bit. We still know it's not easy to keep those kids entertained. Try to get them out of the house and do something that's productive. At least have a little bit of fun. Otherwise, I just noticed kids today, at least mine will, man, they would just sit inside all day long. I'm just like, what is going on, dude? That's why we got Camp KVJ for you. 4-pack of tickets. You get your choice here. You get to get both the Rapids Water Park, and we've also got Museum of Discovery and Science. So a nice little double bill for you all week long. Don is on here from Palm Beach Gardens. Hello, Don.
Hey, guys.
How you doing today?
This morning.
Good.
Fantastic.
Good. I guess you got a 15-year-old that you're trying to keep entertained this summer?
Oh, absolutely. He's driving me crazy with that computer and video games. He needs to get out of the house.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, my 14-year-old. Well, you're going to do that. He's going to love going to Rapids. That is a hot spot, man. I saw the line starting to build yesterday, man. They start early. People go out there, and that is a nice long day in the sun. Also, we got a 4-pack of tickets for you for the Museum of Discovery and Science, something to work with his mind, okay?
Fantastic.
You are very welcome. Have fun. Have a great day and a nice Monday, okay, Don?
Thanks. Good to see or good to hear from you guys. I love you. I will listen to you every morning.
Thank you, Don.
Love you too.
Very kind.
Yep. Got more tickets all this week if you want to get the hook up. Just keep it here with KVJ. Got a little Monday morning round of Think Fast for you here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Try to get that mind cranking here. Let's see if you guys can work it out here. All right, we got something, a little thing to make you think here real quick. Looking for the most sensible answer, the fastest.
Sensible, Denny's.
Yeah. Okay, we got Virginia, Jaybird, and Denny's all competing here today. All right, think fast. First up here, name something that's really expensive that starts with the letter G.
Jelly.
Nope.
Really?
Gemstones.
What's that?
I say Gucci, but I think she beat me with gemstones.
Is Virginia first? Gemstones. Suits is saying gemstones, I guess, is in. We cannot accept jelly.
Jelly.
Yeah. You go so quick. You think you're. I
know you want to protest.
No,
Dude, jelly's $2.
I hear you, and it starts with a J.
I didn't even realize that.
I know. That's how dumb we are.
Collectively, Kevin. Why did you hire us?
Oh my! Because it's just fun to watch.
The fancy jelly starts with the G. You get it at Whole Foods.
Good jelly.
Dummy, jelly's only $2.
Yeah, I know. You told me, you brainiac.
You big dummy.
Not a good look.
Okay, think fast here. A dessert that starts with the letter M.
Moose.
What'd you say, Bird?
Marble, but it's going to be marble cake. I didn't finish it.
There we go, Moose.
I'm the worst.
But I'm the second worst.
I'm the
Third word.
Okay, Virginia's got the early lead here, 2-0, and think fast. All right, next up, it's the first name of a great singer that starts with the letter C.
Celine.
I meant to say Cher.
Did you say Corbin?
I said Corb.
Or
Yeah, it's
I almost said Sia.
Corb.
Corb Nelson. He's great.
Okay, Virginia is one away from sweeping
Oh,
this thing
man.
here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, 3-0.
Sweep the leg.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
You're wearing a Cobra
No
Kai
mercy,
shirt.
yes.
Oh, man.
Tough. All right, next up. It's a massively popular food that starts with the letter T.
Turkey.
No!
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's,
We can take that. People do love it.
Tetrazzini.
People do love it. That turkey, and it's
It's
over.
over. It's over.
Just like that.
Oh, it's so quick.
Can we play for second place? What a terrible round. I wouldn't even upload that on the internet today.
It's not gonna
Does it make the replay?
No.
If somebody's done you wrong, it's time for you to sing along and call them out, call them out, call them out. You gotta call them out, call them out, call them out. It's time to call them out.
Okay, got a bunch of call them out here today for your Monday. We can discuss some of the problems going on in society here today, the goods and the bads. Somebody said, I want to call out the lovely little diner I normally go to in Coral Springs for adding a 15% service charge. There's another diner I know not far away that is not trying to punish their customers. Well, the cost of everything is going up, and some of these little mom and pop places are trying to figure out how they can, stay in business. And there's different strategies I notice that some restaurants are doing. Some take more expensive items for them off the menu because they realize that they can't turn them around, make them. The supplies to make those menu items have gone up. Some of them are doing the shrinkflation, where now when you get a steak, you might notice that steak is maybe 2 or 3 ounces smaller than it was before, basically for the same price.
They're doing it even worse with the chips in the bag. We already complained about how little chips were in the bag. It's getting worse.
Yeah, so they're all kind of doing stuff. And it was kind of interesting to see, because I was reading this thread where the call 'em out went down, and there were a lot of people that were defending the restaurant, but then other people were saying, yeah, that's uncalled for, man, that they would do that. And it seemed like, because it said in red right by where the tip section was, that basically there is a 15%, inflation fee that is going on right now.
Weird people are arguing.
Right, I know.
I mean, everything has gone up, though. I mean, if you ask the restaurant, say they used to pay, $30 a case for chicken. Now that same case of chicken costs them like $50. Like,
Yeah.
It's been a big jump on a lot. You're not just talking like a couple bucks. Like, it's been a big jump. And so these restaurants are just trying to stay afloat too.
I kind of side a little bit more with the restaurant. I'm understanding, especially, and let me just break it down for you with specifics. Compared to a year ago, the cost of butter has jumped 60%.
Yeah.
Eggs have jumped 156%. Whole milk, 22%. Cheese, 21%.
That's real.
Fresh vegetables, 35%. Processed poultry, 22%. So it's 13.4% across the board. So if they're giving you a 15% inflation markup on your check, maybe they're not hiding it well. I guess it upsets some people. Other people just kind of understand and say, unfortunately, yeah, they've got to pass it on to the consumers or they're going to go out of business.
And now, I don't know anything about the restaurant business when it comes to on the business side. Is there a thing you have to pass, or is there a law where you have to let somebody know the prices of your food? For example, if Virginia wanted to open up a pizza joint and she wanted to overly charge for a pizza, say $40 for a large, and people were still willing to pay it, is there something where food gouging does happen? Or if you own a restaurant yourself, you're allowed to set your own price to your menu item?
I think you're allowed to set whatever price you want.
Okay.
If I do a $40 pizza, though, I've really limited my amount of people that are going to pay it.
So there is no restaurant food gouging, is what you're telling me. Okay, thank you, Virginia.
You can do whatever. And, where I noticed, it seemed like this was a diner because the one person was complaining, and one person pointed out and said, you're complaining about $1.20.
Right. And that's where you look a little ridiculous. And if you go to the grocery store, all the things you bought are going to cost you more. How do you not realize that the restaurant's going through the same exact thing as the grocery store? Wherever you go, it's going to be more expensive. So stop looking like a lunatic and complaining like a maniac over $1.50.
I got to tell you, though, there is some companies that are charging more than others. The Stouffer's people. Good God.
Everything has gone up at the grocery.
Stouffer's, Fat Kevin?
I know.
If you want to buy a family-sized lasagna, you might as well go to a restaurant.
Yeah. Well, just so you know that even going out to your little local mom and pop diner, it's going to cost a little bit more money. And, if you don't like the cost, then don't go out.
If you don't like the inflation at the restaurant, go take the inflation at the grocery.
Yeah, right.
You're going to get inflated. Either way you look at it.
I get it makes everybody angry, but you got to have a little bit of patience out there. Another call out said, I'd like to call out the guy that was staying at the Courtyard Marriott in Jensen Beach last week when my dad was visiting. The guy was standing in my pool using one of those floss picks on his teeth.
Oh, dude.
He was flossing, and then he would rinse it off in the pool water over and over.
Oh, black water.
I even saw him spit out a good amount of water out, like he was using the pool water to rinse his mouth.
You have to say something.
This continued for a good 45 minutes. It was disgusting to say the least. Needless to say, we had no desire to go back to the pool.
I would rather have you pee in the pool all day long.
I don't know about that.
I would. No, I would rather swim in pee than plaque. Plaque's disgusting, man.
They're both gross.
I feel like chlorine doesn't work on plaque. It at least works on pee. Because plaque has got a floating...
Pee is going to dissolve. Plaque is going to still be little nuggets.
That's why I say peeing. We were doing the what is worse.
Yeah.
If you're flossing and then doing the plaque stuff in the pool, that is worse than peeing in it.
How did you sit there and watch that guy do it for 45 minutes and not say anything? I would have said something after 45 seconds.
Right.
Baby,
That's pretty gnarly.
You got to call that guy out.
Yeah. That's why I really struggle to go in public pools ever.
I can't do it. Kevin, I told you my horror stories.
People can't be trusted.
No.
They're disgusting.
No. This column out says, I got to call out the president of our condo community for having an obsession with hookers and putting them up in his condos.
Okay.
They're on tons of drugs. They're strolling all over our stair and the half side of the walk in the grass, making it uncomfortable to walk to the cars. Also, they're bringing their work home with them. So we have to walk by these big men who they're bringing home without knowing what is on their mind. It's just creating a very scary environment.
Whoa.
What neighborhood is this so I can post up and take vid?
Oh, you would not want to be part of that.
I kind of do want to see what's going on.
On the outside, you do. You would not want to be in that situation.
I'll be in the safety of my car, but I want to see this.
If you live in an apartment area and if you ever live next to a shady person, it's not fun. Weird people coming in at all odd hours, a lot of techno.
Yep. Let me see. Another column out here says, I want to call out my coworker who invited me to her baby shower yesterday. The invitation said 2 p.m., but when I got there, they were still setting up. I left 30 minutes later and then found out later the pregnant woman who the party was for didn't even show up until 4 p.m. People are so inconsiderate of other people's time. So rude.
That's so annoying.
You showed up at 2 and the party said starts at 2 and they weren't even finished setting up?
No, they were still setting up. She hung around for 30 minutes and she's like, all right, I got things to do. And she found out that the pregnant lady who the party was for didn't even show up till 4. So she would have been there for 2 hours before it actually even started.
I feel like that would really annoy a Kevin Ralston.
I would be with her.
I'd be gone.
Yeah, you stick around for a couple minutes, but then you're like, I'm good.
This person said, I'd like to call out the person who broke into my car in the middle of the night and passed over stealing my wallet and purse and only took my $10 perfume and Walmart sunglasses, big dummy.
What?
There are so many break-ins in cars happening. Y'all got to be careful out there. On that Nextdoor app, it is all I am seeing.
Well, a lot of it's easy pickings because a lot of people. I know you'd be surprised, but they don't lock their door. All they have to do is open up their door. I mean, I'm one of those people.
I know. Up in Tequesta, even. Like, it is pervasive.
In Tequesta, huh?
Yep. They've come north.
Yep. Somebody else said, I need to call out my boss. He's been promising us all a really cool bonus if we hit a certain goal. Well, we hit the goal and we got our awesome bonus. It was a $5 Subway gift card.
Oh,
Talk about disappointment.
that's messed up.
Yeah, you get physical on that one.
I mean, especially if you're bragging about this cool bonus.
I would take that gift card and chuck it at his forehead.
To me, if you're gonna give a bonus for subs, to make it really $100 over,
There
would
you
be
go.
a cool bonus.
$100 gift card to your favorite restaurant. That's cool.
$5? Do they even make $5 gift cards?
No, because with the tax, even the $5 footlong is more than $5.
Right.
So you have to figure,
$5 footlong.
you got to bring an extra dollar if you're
Yeah,
getting the $5.
you got to at least bring some change.
Somebody else said, I want to call out my phone for freezing as soon as I hit the call button to call in for Camp KVJ, and then it reset itself, so I had zero chance of winning.
Dude.
You always notice that? It seems like that your phone does that when you're about ready to make the most time-sensitive, necessary call ever.
Every time I'm on the street and you want to go live.
Yeah. Somebody else said, I'm calling out my mom. She tried to frame my dad with drugs so that he would get in trouble with his parole officer.
What the hell?
He's been on the straight and narrow, and I'm proud of him. My mom almost ruined all that by planting meth in his car. Good thing my sister saw what happened. I mean, where does mom even get meth? That doesn't seem like that's an easy thing to come by.
And is mom and dad still together?
I would say no.
Mom is psycho. I think the
Yeah.
whole family needs to get away from mom.
Well, mom's probably dipping into her supply, it sounds like. That doesn't sound like the greatest idea. You got caught.
maybe
you're planting
mom
meth.
Is mom on meth?
I would imagine mom's on meth.
Y'all need to leave mom in the dust.
I'm no investigator, Virginia. I'm just going with a hunch.
Okay. Let me see. Everything else going on here. We got one other person talking a little bit about the surcharge we were talking about with the diner that is charging a $15 inflation fee. And the comment that some people are saying is the restaurants charging the inflation fee or whatever they want to call it, they either need to raise the prices on the menu or disclose the fee up front, because if they don't, you're agreeing to pay that and then you see it on your bill and you're like, wait, what is this? And that might be a really good point. And imagine if you have a mom and pop kind of diner where you've had regulars forever and they always know they're on a fixed income and they're watching the price of an egg and this and that. If it used to always be 50 cents and all of a sudden it's 75, they're like, wait, what?
Totally.
And
You're right.
It does seem a little dishonest.
You're
where At
right.
the end of the bill, you get hit with, it's 15% more.
That is, you're right. It's dishonest.
Yeah, and I think that's really what the call them out is, and that was, what was so hotly contested.
But when you go out, expect everything to be more.
But don't
Yep.
trick people. We're,
right.
we're not dating here.
I think you can say, look, everything is costing us a lot more, and I'd even say eggs are up 150%. We're only going to charge you an upcharge of 80% or whatever, but this is just the way life works. We got to make money.
Best way to do it, put a sign up and let them know what's going on. Be open and honest. When it comes to this
Yeah.
restaurants, you got to do that.
It's a good note. All right, we love your positive call-outs, too. People that are doing it right definitely need to be discussed as well. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Somebody said, I want to call out the guy who was playing a guitar to a homeless man in the Cutler Bay area. It was the most wholesome thing I've seen. We need more of that. That's true. You just need a little bit of people doing something especially nice for somebody, just for the sheer reason of you're trying to make them smile and feel better about themselves. So I do always love to see those as well. Also got to do a shout out here for Royal Palm Beach. They did great with the 12 under Elite Florida State Championship that they won.
Okay.
So congrats to them. They're now competing in the Babe Ruth League World Series.
Get it?
So they've done some great stuff. So congrats to all of them and all the coaches.
This is a big deal, Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah,
It really is. When you get to this, if you're still playing late in the summer like this as a baseball player and a kid, it's a big deal. You've gone far.
Mm-hmm. So congratulations to them. Well, how are you raising your kids differently than your parents? Kind of a snapshot at the millennial parents. And maybe you have learned something from the way that you were raised. Society has changed a ton. I think parenting styles have changed a ton. I remember as a kid or just even hearing about what would happen with my mom's generation and the whole thing about, we go out and get a Switch. you go out to the barn, you'd really get whooped good. And they'd leave welts and all kinds of stuff. And that just is something, that parenting style just doesn't really work too much in your more metropolis areas of America.
Yeah, my mom would talk about the cat of 9 tails.
Yeah, right.
It was a stick with 9 belts on it. And
Damn.
Either you had to pick the belt or all 9 belts hit you. It sounded horrific.
That sounds like something that the serial killer uses on you before he takes your life.
My mom and Aunt Anna, the cat of 9 tails. You didn't want to face that thing. It was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that nowadays.
Damn.
Yeah. I know, even for me, I grew up in a very strict household, and I felt like the way that my mom kind of had the clamps down on me, it really just kind of made me want to try to break free. And my dad had a little bit of a different strategy. He was more of, hey, go and figure out for yourself. You know by now what's right and what's wrong. And when you mess up, you got to pay the price.
What age did you notice your dad kind of letting you do that?
He was right around 16. He started doing that because I think he'd let my mom kind of have the clamps down, and started around 14, 15. That's when I really kind of started to break free and try to do my own thing. And then I think my dad kind of, at about the age of 16, stepped in a little bit more and was like, okay, let's not be so tight on him. And then by about 17, I started to kind of pull out of it. And then by the time, I went to college, everything was getting more peaceful.
Would you and your parents butt heads about that during that time? Would you hear your parents kind of butt heads say, come on, you gotta let them be?
I didn't really get to see it much. But my dad, I afterwards, as I got older, I'd hear some of the discussions of Dad just saying, okay, let him be. And the one time that I did see that was I had drank a little too much. A buddy of mine gave me a bottle of Canadian Club whiskey.
Oh, Lord.
Got into that, and the whole next day I was just on the couch so ill and just barfing the entire time. And there really wasn't any punishment other than what I did to myself. And my dad, every time I'd barf, he'd be like, yeah, you really enjoyed that whiskey, huh?
Drew with the singer.
Yeah. So I kind of swore that off. From how you were raised, Virginia, would you say there's a big difference in what you do that maybe you learned from your parents?
Yeah, I think, my mom's mom and my dad's mom were not super affectionate. They kind of came from the school of like children should be seen and not heard. There wasn't a lot of cuddles.
Okay.
And my parents, I think subsequently, when I was little, yes. But as I grew older, there just wasn't that closeness that I want to have with my kids.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so I cuddle Mags. I get in bed with her. She's 17. We lay in her bed and talk about boys or whatever. I don't think my mom and my dad knew how to do that.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't done to them.
Right.
Their parents kind of didn't care.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It is kind of odd the way that, they had almost a distant relationship with kids. Now, my parents, I can't say they're necessarily that way, but yeah, I think that was one thing. And, one way that you kind of see it, I was looking online this weekend. What gave me the idea for this was Alicia Silverstone was talking about how her 11-year-old son sleeps in bed with her. His name's Bear, and people are like going, well, that's your first mistake. His name's Bear. And so people were coming down on her just saying, that's just something you don't do. But that was a stigma that was around, and we had done that with Cannon. I'm happy we did. He slept in our bed forever. But there's always that stigma of you got to get the kid out of the bed and this and that. And I think some other parents are starting to say, I forget that. I like the closeness of having my kid there with me. Now, you don't want it at the expense of your marital relationship.
It does get weird when you're 17. And me and my dad were snuggling. No, I'm just kidding.
But I think more people are into that, kind of like what you're saying, that affection does help. I think we're starting to realize for mental health, hugs and touches, proper touches is very nice, and it's necessary.
It builds confidence.
Yeah.
It builds bond. It builds love and trust between a parent and a kid. If you trust your parent and you feel like they are there to help you, they got your back, they're going to give you good advice, you're going to go to them before you go to like other people. I didn't really have that because I didn't really have that close cuddle bond. And so when it came to making some bad choices, I was asking other people advice. friends, people that were making bad choices themselves, and then, subsequently made bad choices myself. I think Mags and Rocco, hopefully, I know Mags does, comes to me and tells me most everything.
I was lucky. I came from a very affectionate family, and we were pretty open and honest about everything. If something was going on in your life, everybody in the house knew about it for the most part. Now, when you get older, there's certain things you don't know.
Right.
But we were definitely. I was hugged on and kissed a lot, and I knew my parents loved me. I was lucky on that.
And you feel that trust and that bond.
Oh my gosh, I can talk. I could have talked to my mom about anything, and I talked to my dad about everything.
Okay, so how are you raising your kids differently than your parents? You can hit us up, 877-979-WRMF. Well, as the generations go on, the parenting styles change. So how are you raising your kids differently than your parents did today? If you're a millennial parent, what are you doing differently? Seems like there is a lot of affection being shown, a lot of conversation that is happening with kids. In fact, somebody texted in and said, just letting my kids talk. We're open in our family. We value what they say, and they know that. Now, they know that we're in charge, but they're allowed to voice their opinions, and they know that we will take their thoughts into consideration. Man, when I was a kid, it was the my way or the highway kind of thing, for a lot of parents.
Why can't I do that, Mom? Because I'm your mother and I said so. But okay, argument over.
I just think that we give our kids explanation now and talk it out and say, okay, here's why.
And I think as a parent now today, I think your kids, in a sense, they will scrutinize more openly about what you're doing. Your punishments and the way you parent them, it does need to be somewhat logical and sensible.
Oh, they're going to put your ass on TikTok without you knowing.
That's how we go viral.
That's the difference. We didn't have TikTok back in the day.
We need to put our poor parenting on TikTok.
Yeah, I see some of these TikTok things they do to the parents. I go, oh my gosh, you're ruining your family.
You're roasting your mom.
No, roasting. They're ruining their mother.
Some of the other things that people were saying that they're doing to raise their kids differently than they were by their own parents. I don't make her eat things she doesn't want to eat. I think that might be changing a little bit as well. I remember as a kid, you would have the vegetables and the nasty food, and you weren't allowed getting up from the table until it was all gone. Now it seems like parents make more concessions. And the family dinner doesn't seem to be as prevalent as it was, where you would all sit down and then the kid's sitting there pouting for the next hour and they have to miss television, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we had to sit there until we ate all of our lima beans. And I hated lima beans. Sometimes I'd be sitting there for 2 hours just staring at a bean.
Our house was, you are not leaving this table until you eat that third calzone. It was always something delicious and awesome.
Okay,
and
Mom.
Not very healthy.
Someone else said, yeah, I don't make the kids hug Grandma or Uncle Pete if they don't want to. They don't have to.
Uncle Pete. The worst was always getting the unsolicited kiss from a relative who has wet lips. It's a pet peeve of mine. People who have wet lips love to give unsolicited kisses on the cheek, and that saliva doesn't leave your skin for at least 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel.
I remember as a kid when I was younger, it was kind of a thing where you would, when you had a relative come in, you'd have to go and sit on their lap, and that wasn't optional.
That is so weird.
It was like, you go up there and get on Grandma Morgan's lap. And you're like,
Kevin, you sit on Uncle Pete's lap.
Yeah.
But Uncle Pete smells like beer and mistakes.
And his lips are wet.
So I think that is changing, where they're understanding that that's not forced affection with some of the fringe family members.
Well, I'm not liking this Uncle Pete.
And what do you think about this? How are you raising your kid differently today than your parents? I let my daughter call me by my first name. I mean, why should I make her call me Mom? She can do what she wants. It's more of a level playing field. I'm not the boss of her. She makes her own decisions. She's 5.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, we just got a little different of opinion is all. You doing it your way? Hey,
yes.
do it
Yeah.
your way.
As long as you're involved and you love and you care, I'm not going to be so judgy.
Yeah, to me, I still, and maybe it's because I'm a Gen X. I'm not, Gen Z or millennial. But to me, I still like the mom or dad. I think it's affectionate. I think it's respectful. And I think that you want to respect your kids, but at the same time, your kids need to respect you.
1,000,000,000%. That's exactly how I feel. It's more about love and
Yeah.
about a loving relationship. And that's my mom. That's my dad. That's what I like.
But I think we do have to understand. I think, where I don't necessarily agree is she says, I'm not the boss of her. She makes her own decisions. Well, she's 5.
Yeah, that comment's annoying.
A 5-year-old actually does need a boss a little bit. Come on now.
Come on now.
You have to kind of be the boss of a 5-year-old. You can't let them navigate
Nope,
this.
Virginia, if she wants to juggle axes, she can juggle axes. She's 5. Let her be.
So we're not all necessarily set the same, but there is definitely some interesting parenting strategies out there. Yeah, a lot of people were teeing off on this one. They're like, "Hey, what?
Yeah.
5-year-old not calling me Ma, GTFOH. I'll let you figure out that acronym.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
All right, I pose this question for the ladies. If you knew you were going to be okay, no major injuries, would you let Jason Momoa hit you with his Oldsmobile because you would get like some FaceTime and he would have to like hold you and caress you and help you get medical treatment? I mean, you guys are going to be together for at least 20 minutes of him holding you, looking in your eyes, and asking how you feel.
I guess I have a dirty mind because I thought you were going way different with that scenario. I didn't know where that story was going.
So Jason Momoa was driving around Calabasas yesterday. In this, of course, he has a pimp car. It's Jason Momoa. It's a 1970 refurbished Oldsmobile. And this motorcyclist was driving like kind of wonky. And actually, it was the motorcyclist's fault. It was not Jason Momoa's fault. But nonetheless, the motorcycle got hit by the Oldsmobile. And then, of course, Momoa pulls over. He's staying at the scene. He's helping the injured motorcyclist. He's calling 911. I mean, just fully doing whatever he can to help out, even though it wasn't even his fault. But if you knew you were going to be okay, I bet you a lot of girls would be like, yeah, hit me.
Hit me with your best shot.
Hit me with your Oldsmobile. In other news, Kid Rock was supposed to take the stage the other night in North Dakota, but the weather was so bad. They were afraid it was going to be like a dangerous situation with wind and lightning that they canceled the Kid Rock show right before the Kid Rock show was supposed to happen. And the audience got so pissed, they trashed the whole entire venue. Ooh.
Really?
Oh,
the whole venue. Huh?
They trashed some of it. Yeah, I don't know if it's the whole venue, but
They said the crowd went berserk and turned the place upside down.
Oh, jeez.
they got mad at weather.
I don't know. I don't know what they did, but apparently they were throwing stuff and people were arrested.
Wow.
But
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock took to Twitter and said, look, it's Mother Nature, bruh. We can't help it. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay, if you're in the dating game, I want to pay attention because there's apparently a little tweak that you can make to your profiles to drastically change your matches. Got this interesting email, mail@kvjshow.com. It says, I changed up my profile on the dating apps about a month ago. In the past, I didn't mention my financial situation because in the past, I wasn't living paycheck to paycheck. The matches were average. Then I made a slight change to my About Me section. I decided to be forthcoming about my financial situation so I didn't have to have this conversation on the first or second date and drop a bomb on any woman looking for a man with financial security. And that's when something unexpected happened. Here's what I added. I wrote, I'm also rebuilding and keeping it fun. If you're looking for someone established, bad news, LOL, I'm hustling. I'll bring balance between work and dating the best I can, but let's just say I'm not in a position to travel the world right now. Broke-ass single dad. My matches increased dramatically, and it's been a large amount of financially successful and career-winning women. But why? So now all these sugar mamas are coming after him that he said, basically, I'm broke.
Damn, you about to get a Splenda Frenda.
He said you would think it would be the complete opposite, but it's not.
Because he's not being a deadbeat. He's hustling. Did you say he's a single father?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's showing that he's
Broke-ass single dad.
Yeah, he's working, he's hustling. That's a sexy attribute for people. People don't... Deadbeat is what you don't want.
Right.
Someone that's hustling and getting in the game, you can't hate on that. It's a sexy attribute.
Any hustle is sexy, and he's saying that he is dedicating himself to making sure he's getting back where he was financially. That's good.
He's being honest about what at least he's saying it's a good move. It's a good move.
He said, I'm sure the attempt to make fun of the situation helped, but that wouldn't seem like it would be enough to attract rich women. Is it a power move by these women to control a man? Is it a form of security? Is it that they see my blunt honesty as admirable? Is it that men at their level of success are douchebags and they don't have a choice but to go for broke? The other unexpected thing that happened was I was no longer matching with a woman a little bit younger than me unless they had money, and there wasn't many. So does anyone else notice a radical change to their matches after tweaking their profile?
They always say you got to retweak everything.
Well, as you change, your profile needs to change.
You cannot have a profile pic that's 5 years from 5 years ago. You can't.
You don't have a picture of this cat, do you? Because that could be playing into it too.
He didn't change that, though.
If he says all that, which is awesome and upfront and honest and sounds like he's a hustler, and he's cute, and he's upfront about being a single
decent-looking guy.
dad.
Yeah, he's a decent-looking dude.
I like what he's serving.
You're gonna get a type of person that likes someone that goes out there and hustles. If that's really how your personality is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so honesty seems to work on dating profiles, but how honest?
Don't get
How
psychotic.
far do you go?
People get psychotic. You can't type everything that comes into your head. And a lot of people do that, and it makes you look like a raging lunatic. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
You gotta honest in a fun, quirky way, but let's not go through the details of your divorce and why men are the worst or why women are terrible. You
Don't
gotta,
tell us what he did to you.
yeah, just keep it cool, man.
Okay. So apparently being honest about your financial situation is no shame in the game, and you actually might get some better matches. That's basically what he's saying, boiling it down to. And it is kind of interesting. I even saw today that 20% of those who make $250,000 or more are living paycheck to paycheck. You're making $250K and you're going paycheck to paycheck.
Especially now that everything's more expensive.
Yeah.
If you weren't ready for the increase.
But I think it just goes to show, too, that no matter how much you make, there are people that can still run through it.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah, totally.
It's the American way.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. Talking about finances and relationships, there is a viral couple. They're millennials from Canada, and they talked about how they are not splitting their bills 50-50. Their income is different, so they both set aside 20% of what they make for shared expenses. They call it equity. So they do it based on percentage, not on a rough cut. And that seems to be fair, right?
Totally.
Yeah. So I kind of like that. So a lot of people were into that if you're looking for finances and relationships. All right. Anything else to add? Any other tips for somebody? How to design their profile on a dating site to get more matches? 877-979-WRMF. Well, time for another round of Bueno o Malo. Quick little Spanish lesson here for you. If you know a few key words in Spanish, it can help you stay away from something bad. That's the malo part. Bueno is the good. You got the choice between a treat and something that is not. Suits has got the Spanish quiz today. We'll see how much he's been learning here on Bueno o Malo.
I always get so nervous for this bit. It's a 50-50 choice, but I always seem to get Malo when we play this.
I feel like everybody in the room always picks Malo.
We don't have a good record going with this thing.
Well, Evelyn's got that poker face, so you never know.
You don't know.
It could be something good and delicious, or it could be something terrible, like the lemon juice.
He can't let it go.
Never.
Okay. All right, let's pass it over here to Evelyn. Evelyn is going to read out our descriptions. One is good, one is bad. What is choice number one here, Evelyn?
Dicen que es saludable, pero este ajo puro te va a quemar la barriga.
Oh, that was a little shorter this week.
That one felt good.
It did feel good.
Well, one more time real quick, Evelyn, on that.
Dicen que es saludable, pero este ajo puro te va a quemar la barriga.
Okay.
Ah, la barriga.
La barriga. Okay.
How do you feel about your barriga?
I'm not sure about barrica. I thought I heard like ajo, which I think maybe like eyes or something, but why would eyes be in there? I don't know that.
Ajo.
Ojo, ajo. Kind of close.
Is it aho or oho?
I think ojo is eyes, but I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll see here. All right.
Did
You're picking up on key words, though, Suits. You're going to learn something here today.
Oh, it's always a lesson.
Yeah.
It's a lesson in how not to pick.
Yeah. Okay, now option number 2 that we have in Bueno Malo. What do we have, Evelyn?
Tiene su propia fiesta nacional hoy porque es un regalo estadounidense tan icónico.
Okay.
Iconic.
That was a little longer, Suits.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one
I don't know how I
felt
feel
good
about
too,
it.
though.
I didn't get really anything from those. I don't even think I got the first one with that first word I was thinking of, so I don't know about this.
Wasn't this bit supposed to help improve our?
All it does is scare me.
I don't know if it's working.
We've retained nothing.
I think we're so scared of guessing bad, we don't retain the information.
Just gone, huh?
Yes.
Gone. One more time, Evelyn, on the second option here. Let's hear that again.
Tiene su propia fiesta nacional hoy porque es un regalo estadounidense tan icónico.
Okay. There's key words in here.
The only word I thought I got from that was sound like national, but why would
Nacional.
it's like national food or something?
Yeah. Okay. Suits, you're hearing some stuff.
Oh man,
He's
I have no
learning.
idea.
Okay.
Oh, it's so tough.
Okay, so you noticed ajo in option 1, nacional in option 2.
But it's like option 1, pig eyes or something. Just like, is that why I thought I heard that?
Today's National Pig Eye Day. Yes,
They're really getting crazy with these holidays.
it's coming.
It sounds believable to me.
Pig Eye Day is on deck.
All right, one more time for each here, Suits, and then we'll have you make your choice, which you're going to go with, and we'll see if you get Bueno or Malo. Option 1 again, Evelyn.
Dicen que es saludable, pero este ajo puro te va a quemar la barriga.
Okay.
All right. Option two.
Quemar la barriga. Okay, and then option 2.
Tiene su propia fiesta nacional hoy porque es un regalo estadounidense tan icónico.
Okay. Icónico. Okay.
Put on your
face mask because we don't want you to see the 2 preparations that are over here.
Yeah.
We got this face mask from Adult Video Warehouse.
What is on this face mask?
Nothing.
Bang me.
Nothing.
Bang me.
What are you feeling? Any words that make you apprehensive?
So I'm worried about, I don't know, the eyes in the first one for some reason has me worried. It really is a shot in the dark, but I think I'm going to go option 2.
Because you picked a nacional.
Well,
You
I mean,
heard that.
national, I feel like they have good national things, not Pig-Eye Day.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Is it?
All right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So here we go. Suits. We're going to find out. Did you choose Bueno o Malo?
Open
here
up
today?
real wide.
I like when you call him Sweet Baby.
Sweet baby.
There we go.
Okay. He went in there. Oh, now he's got a positive look.
It's good.
It's good. You chose Bueno.
Is that ice cream? Oh my God, that tasted good.
Yes.
Ooh, where is that from?
The translation was it has its own national holiday today. Today's National Hot Fudge Sundae Day because it is such an iconic American treat. That is what you heard in there.
I can't believe I finally got good.
Let me just
Yeah.
get a video of you eating that slow motion. I want to see how that does on social media.
With the bang me
yeah, with the
blindfold.
Exactly. Get that,
Yeah.
put
Our
that on.
TikTok's about to get real weird.
Yeah.
Again.
We're about to jump the shark again.
We're just trying to get a view over here.
Now, the other option that you had, option 1 that you did not choose, what was bad, the translation was, they say it's healthy, but this straight garlic will burn your tummy. And you picked out on the word garlic, ajo. There is ojo and ajo. So ajo is the garlic, ojo is I.
That's what I was hearing. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was quite I, but that was the best guess I had.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to film this Sunday Eating Suits video.
Yeah, real
ready for
slow.
Sexy, right?
Get the bang me sign.
Sexy stuff. Sexy stuff. Great job, as always, Evelyn.
Thank you,
Helping us out there. We
Evelyn.
appreciate it. Very nice. Yeah, so there you go.
Chamber wants to eat your Sunday.
I kind of want to eat this entire thing.
Did
so.
you make that yourself?
No, Denny's
yours.
did.
Denny, he made that, or it came like that?
I think he added the hot fudge.
Man does a good job. This thing's amazing.
Sorry, I know we're
I
starting
get
the
it.
air.
No, it's very important
You
to get
can't
there.
bring fudge in here and expect Jaybird to focus.
Well, it looks
Yeah.
professionally done.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
Yeah, you really chose well. This is a great day to get Bueno. Somebody had just texted in, and they were talking about how Bueno and Malo has helped them. They listen in the state of Maine, and I'm not sure that they have a lot of Hispanics around them.
Okay.
And they're in a situation where it was like 94 degrees outside, and some lady left her dog in the car.
Oh, Malo.
El perro en el coche.
En el coche, el carro, sí.
El perro?
Mm-hmm. Perro, very nice, Jaber. Look at him. He's rolling his R's and everything now.
Maybe I am picking this up.
Yeah. They say that the cops showed up and they went on the intercom, and the woman tried running. She snuck out the side door.
She tried running away from her car and her dog?
Yeah. So it's just crazy. And so what happened was they said to her, and they said, look, ma'am, it is too hot outside here for your dog. And she came back with, no hablo inglés. And I said, muy caliente, perro. I thought she was going to faint, and then I bust out the muy malo.
Oh.
And I said, these are all words that I learned from Bueno and Malo. So
Muy
see?
malo.
Muy malo.
Sí,
Very
sí.
bad.
Okay.
Very bad. So see, there you go.
She was banking on the fact that nobody in Maine knew Spanish. Maine's so white.
I no hablo inglés. And then they go, muy malo. I learned it on a radio show.
That's awesome.
There you go. Yeah, see, the always educational KVJ show, right?
For once,
Yeah,
yes.
look out.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
A lot of wildlife stories going on here. My goodness. So there's another black bear, this time in Jupiter. Guy found in his tree. Luckily, though, this time the bear is able to get away and scamper off into its habitat.
Okay, yeah, we can't have two bear shootings.
No.
That
is
wouldn't
enough.
happen.
Enough is enough. That's a crazy story. There's a 70-year-old woman that was fishing off the coast of Stewart and got stabbed by the bill of a 100-pound sailfish.
Oh my gosh.
It came leaping out of the water and attacked her as her companions were trying to reel it in on a boat.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I've heard fishermen say it's one of the greatest fights out there in the sea.
My goodness.
Well, score one for the fish.
Yeah, no
they
doubt.
play-
Fish won that fight.
They're uniting.
You may have caught me, but I'm going to go ahead and stab your friend. Yeah.
Yeah, they say sailfish are among the fastest fish species in the ocean.
Wow.
And yeah, they got those painted bills, and they'll come pointed bills, and they'll come flying right up, and they can gore you right on the boat.
Are those a good eating fish, swordfish?
I think you can eat them. Yeah, I've eaten swordfish. I don't think that it's as popular to eat as some of the other fish you catch, but yeah, you can eat swordfish.
Okay, you did not at all sound confident whatsoever.
Yeah, I think back in the day
I'll
they
wait-
didn't
I'll
eat them
just-
as much, but now they do.
Okay, I'll wait till the chat room says if you can or not.
Let me see other animal stories going on here today. 2 Miami men were arrested in the Florida Keys after deputies found an injured key deer in their vehicle.
Oh.
It was about 2 a.m. when deputies stopped the vehicle for failing to maintain its lane, and they noticed an injured key deer was inside the vehicle on top of a cooler, lawn chairs, and other objects. 2 men in the vehicle said they struck the deer on US 1 north of the 7 Mile Bridge and initially thought it was dead. Their story was they told the deputies that when they realized the deer was alive, they decided to take it to a veterinarian in Miami for treatment. But they're like, yeah, I don't know if we're buying that. So they arrested both men. The deer was taken to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife officials on Big Pine Key for treatment by a vet. And they'll release it then back into the wild after they nurse it back to health.
That deer's lucky because in other counties that'd be dinner.
Well, I think that's what they were trying to
Yeah.
do. They were
No
trying
doubt.
to take it back home, probably to eat
I
it.
think they're just trying to get to Miami.
As
didn't
soon
quite
as we
make
get
it.
out of the Keys, we're
They
good.
didn't quite make it, yeah. There's a shark that almost bit off a fisherman's finger on the open waters south of Miami in the Content Keys. Brett Reeder was attempting to corral a 6-foot lemon shark that he had just caught. And as he went down to grab the shark to get his tool out of the fish's gills, it suddenly turned and chomped down on his hand.
Oh.
It was a video that they had like up on TikTok, and you can hear him yelling. Blood's going everywhere. He's like, F, I lost my GD pinky, F. According to a follow-up video posted by his wife, fisherman had to drive the boat all the way back to shore following the bite while bleeding profusely.
Dang.
Luckily, some friends on the boat applied a tourniquet on his arm. When they made it back to land, he was airlifted to a local hospital where he had surgery. Later this week, the fisherman will find out the results of the surgery and if they're able to save his pinky.
If you lose your pinky for good, does it bum you? How bad does it bum you out? Are you able to recover pretty quick with depression and all that?
I don't know. I mean, I really need it when I drink my tea.
You're very classy.
Yes, I like that. I like that. I don't know what would happen otherwise.
I would
No
be-
more tea parties for you.
I'd be
Yeah.
bummed out, but even with playing guitar, I don't use my pinky. I use my pinky the least probably.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
They kicked off the old Shark Week thing. I was watching that a little bit yesterday. And man, oh man, it's just kind of crazy. They were showing some of these great white sharks and how in the waters of Australia they chomp down on each other. It was a big old great white. It was like 16 feet long. It was bit in half.
Wow.
So imagine how big the shark was. It was like a perfect bite mark out of the middle of a shark. That's crazy, Virginia. You can see why Shark Week's so popular. It's mesmerizing stuff.
Sharks are scary.
Yeah, they are.
So scary they get their own week. Now,
Yeah.
do they have Gator Week?
No.
Unless you go to UF.
Yeah.
It's always Gator Week up
You're-
there. Oh my gosh, they're always chomp, chomp, chomp.
Yep. Let me see. Got the story about the chess robot. Did you hear about that? Talking about losing a finger.
Yes, I saw this story.
Yeah, it was at the Moscow Open. There was this chess robot, and I guess the kid, a 7-year-old, played too fast against the robot. It didn't like it, and so it clamped down on the kid's finger and broke it.
Imagine that. They're becoming their own. I'm telling y'all, it's the beginning of the end. We are in robotic warfare now.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It said, quote, the robot was apparently unsettled by the fast moves of the 7-year-old boy. What does that mean?
You
The-
know what it means.
They're saying that the robot thought his hand was a chess piece, but I don't know. I think he was pissed because the robot was losing.
Baloney. Just like that one robot got all mad and it wasn't supposed to get mad and it made a frown. They
Yeah.
look like they're starting to look like people, Virginia.
They are going to kill us.
Yeah.
If they wanted to, if the birds and robots got together and said, screw the humans, let's take over, we are done.
Yeah, boy is okay and came right back to the chess tournament. So that's a tough 7-year-old. Huh?
His parents have retained legal counsel.
Oh, okay. He's going to sue a robot. Good luck.
Clean them out. Clean out
Yeah.
that robot, I tell you.
A U.S. House Intelligence Committee member is warning people not to share health data with sites like 23andMe because it can be used to program new bioweapons to target them.
Oh, damn. What?
What?
Is this real?
They can use your DNA to target you.
See,
and take you out.
We got too cute and curious as humans. We start inventing all this robots. We're inventing all
Yeah.
this stuff to take us out.
Yeah. Now listen to this DNA story. A burglar in China was caught because they left behind their DNA inside a mosquito. They got bit by a mosquito while committing a crime, and they swatted and smashed the mosquito on the wall.
No.
When the police got there, they saw the blood, and they just tested it. Just say, I don't know, let's just take a shot in the dark. And it turned out it pointed to a criminal in their database.
Are
and
you
they're
kidding me?
able to lock back to the guy because the mosquito left behind the evidence.
Yeah, if you are going to commit murder these days or a crime like that, you're
Dang, huh?
Good luck, man.
That is insane.
Because they can find you pretty easy now.
Right.
This DNA, Virginia, every single month, there's 3 or 4 new people that are being brought down from the 70s.
I feel like there's every single month better DNA. Like they're improving what's already apparently awesome.
There's a YouTube channel that I follow. Every single month, there's at least 3 new cases.
Yeah, it's crazy. There is a father in the UK that has got a lawsuit going on here. He claims that he had a ham roll 5 years ago and hasn't stopped farting since.
That's a powerful ass ham.
That's an amazing story.
It changed him.
I'm glad this story is getting traction.
It happened all the way back in December of 2017. The guy says he was bedridden for 5 weeks after eating the ham roll. Then he had stomach cramps, fever, vomiting, and diarrhea.
Damn. Ham.
But here's the interesting crux of the argument. He's saying that it was salmonella that did it to him, but the opposing lawyers admitting that there was E. coli on a knife, but no salmonella.
What?
So he claimed that the guy didn't say anything about E. coli. He said it was salmonella, and there was no salmonella found, just E. coli. So it can't be this that caused his massive flatulence for the last 5 years.
My man just might have some fart problems, and he's got to look within.
He's blaming it on a ham roll.
The ham changed him.
And it's the perfect kind of food. It's this goofy ham roll.
Ham roll. $240,000 are on the line in this case.
Wow.
Well, are we going to watch this case like we did the Amber Heard case?
I kind of want to.
I would watch the ham roll fart case.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff. And talk about a piece of luck. There was a banner plane that crashed just off the California shore on Friday, but coincidentally, a lifeguard competition was happening nearby, and all these lifeguards wanting to show off jumped into the water and sprang into action. He's got like 100 people coming out to save him. He's like, this is amazing. And the pilot's life was spared. So if you're going to be crashing your banner plane, do it near a lifeguard competition. That's the moral of the story. Well, The Weeknd is going to be performing in Hard Rock Stadium coming up on August 6th. And we've got some tickets here for you. We'll see how well you do with a quick little round of whacked out news, Florida or China. Both places have some very interesting headlines. In fact, in our whacked out news, we had both Florida and China stories here today. So we'll see if you can tell from the headline and the story which is which, and we'll even let Virginia and Jaybird try to help you out because they don't know what the answers are. So.
We do not.
Yeah, so
to anything.
We got Zach on here from Boca. Hello, Zach.
How you doing, guys?
Good. How you doing, my friend?
Real good. Happy to be on. I love you guys. I've been listening to you since before Jason was on the show.
Whoa! Going way back.
We old?
Way
Old
back.
school.
Love that. Okay.
I remember when you guys brought him on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that glorious day.
Yeah.
When we adopted our sweet baby, brought him home.
All right, here we go. You get 3 out of 5. You got the tickets for The Weeknd. Virginia and Jaber will give you their thoughts on what country they think this is from, either China or here in the U.S. of A. and Florida. This is the Whacked Out News headline, Zach. Dog walks on hind legs dressed as schoolgirl.
Ooh, I think I know that one.
Okay.
I saw the video. What do you guys think?
I think I know that one, too.
If you saw it, go with your instinct. I haven't seen it.
I think it's China.
Think it's China. Zach is going to go on out there on China. Bird, you said you think
It's definitely China.
Definitely China. It's definitely China. Yeah, you got that correct. It is
Woohoo!
China. Very nice.
You can
one
say
down.
you watched that video, you just can't follow it up with, if you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. Yeah.
She looked real good.
Good point. Okay. Next up here, Whacked Out News, Florida or China. Man tries to evade arrest by cartwheeling away from cops.
Ooh.
Okay, where did
Jeez.
that
Jason,
happen?
that sounds like it might be one of your buddies. You know?
Yeah, this is Florida, man.
This feels domestic.
This is
Florida.
homegrown.
I am too. My wife gives me a hard time about it, but I'm going to agree with you. Let's go with Florida.
Yeah.
It is Florida. Yeah. 2 for 2.
Oh, yeah.
Look at you.
Very nice. One away from a
Killing
win here. Okay, he's on fire right now.
That's so Florida.
Okay, where did this story happen? Florida or China? Man arrested after botched castration surgery.
Oh my.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
That's a tough day.
What, I have so many questions. What went wrong?
He's arrested and it's a botched.
Was the doctor arrested or the guy with the messed up dong?
I think you gotta go with the doctor, the one who did it. Yeah. I mean, at that point, if the guy's like, if he got his genitals mangled, do you really want to put that guy in cuffs? I'd be like, dude, you've been through.
I don't
enough.
know. I mean, are you even allowed to do that in America, though? I feel like that's got to be a China thing. Right?
Yeah.
I feel China, too.
Oh, good
It's like
reason.
getting it all off, right? Like, that's a complete removal, right?
Yeah.
Because you're right.
Yeah,
that
I
would be
think
headlines
so.
a lot in the news. People getting their junk taken away.
Okay, so you're going to go with China on that one?
Yeah.
Definitely China, although Kevin's voice changed cadence right there. It makes
Yeah.
me, Stick with
Okay.
China. Stick with China.
Okay, is
Don't-
that your
China?
answer?
All
Is that
right.
your answer?
Your fault if we lose, Jay.
That's Florida.
His voice changed. I knew it.
Yeah.
I could tell. Damn it.
They do all kinds of garage surgeries here in South Florida.
They do. They love to do
Oh, my goodness.
dentist and butt stuff.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it wasn't sanctioned.
No.
I thought it was sanctioned too, and then I'm like, oh, this is Kevin trickery, and then his voice changed.
You tricked
Oh,
us.
yeah, we should have asked that. We should have
Yeah,
asked
he tricked us.
He won't get us again. I promise.
Okay. All
All right.
Still need to
Count
just
on
get
you guys.
one more. You got
My daughter
two
loves
left.
the weekend, so.
I know.
Oh, my
we,
gosh.
We have to get.
It's for this guy's kid.
I know,
The tickets are
man.
for her. The tickets are for her.
Oh my gosh, he just needs one more.
Okay, here we go. Whacked out news, Florida or China. Zookeepers stop man from feeding himself to tigers. Oh my gosh. Where did that happen? In Florida or in China?
I feel like that's got to be China. I can't even think of a zoo that has tigers here, right?
I like
It
your.
could be Lion Country Safari, actually. But no, they have lions there. I don't know if they have tigers there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen tigers. Do they have tigers?
I just like how you're working it out.
Uh-huh. What are you thinking?
I am not.
I think you got to go with China, right? Because I don't know any zoo that has tigers. Oh, unless it's like Busch Gardens.
Oh man,
Okay.
Oh.
Virginia Bird.
I'm
you
so
agree?
afraid to talk and give an answer. The kid is.
You don't ruin it for the kid.
Well, the kid, the
Kid
weekend.
loves the weekend.
I know this guy's so cool and nice.
We have no
Fine.
problem disappointing
Tigers,
people. Not
zookeeper,
kids.
It's got to be China.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
good about. I feel good about that
Do you
too.
like our logic, Kevin? Let's hear Kevin's tone. Do you like
Okay.
our logic, Kevin?
I mean, yeah, you worked it out really well.
He's so.
You worked it out really well.
He's so smug because he knows he's in
Okay,
all of our
okay,
heads.
I'm going with China.
Yeah.
Okay,
China.
final
China.
answer is
China.
China for the weekend tickets. You are correct. That went down in China. Very nice. Zach, your daughter's going to the weekend.
You did it. You did it.
Great
Nice.
stuff.
She's going to be so happy.
That's so cool. Yeah, it's a big show. Dude played the Super Bowl, so you play Super Bowl halftime show. You're a big artist. Congrats to that, Zach, and thanks for being with us all these years.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Very nice. Well played. More tickets all week long for the weekend.
That dude had a sexy voice,
Oh, yeah, he
right?
did.
Yeah.
he did.
Just like yours, Virginia.
Who's lower, me or him?
It's a good question.
You are still just well, no, he had a good voice. He's a nice guy.
All right, well, things going well for Zach. Just picked up some weekend tickets for his daughter just a couple minutes ago. Hopefully, he'll hook you up with some tickets as well later on this week. But if things are not going well for you on a Monday, Misery Does Love Company. You can go to the F My Life website. Some of the posts that are up there. Somebody said, today I drank a beer that I thought was mine. It wasn't. And somebody put their cigarette out in it.
That is the worst. I've done that before with dip spit and cigarette butts
Oh,
in it.
my gosh.
It was the worst. I thought it was my Coke from the gas station.
Anytime you drink something and there's a blob in it and it's not what you were expecting, it's a terrifying thing.
When I was 19 years old, I lived with two other baseball players, and the one dude would always smoke in the apartment with cigarettes and then say he wouldn't. And then you would find cigarette butts everywhere, and he would put them in all kind of cups all over the house, and you didn't realize. And I picked one up and drank it. I was so
Not
mad.
Cool. No, not cool.
The rage.
Yeah.
You still talk to that guy?
I do not.
Yeah.
I
that
do
guy
not.
ended a friendship.
In fact, you're right. right. After that semester, I don't think I ever talked to that guy again. And I played ball with him for a couple of years before.
This one said, today I had to sit and listen to the guy in the next cubicle brag to his wife about the promotion he just received. The promotion was the one my boss told me last week I was a strong candidate for. FML.
Oh,
That's very disappointing.
I'm sorry.
Another post said, today I received an email from a place I'd interviewed at telling me that they won't be offering me the position. They came across an old Twitter account of mine where I posted X-rated content and some questionable humor. I don't even remember the email and password so that I can deactivate it. FML.
Oh, no.
It's just up there forever.
Oh, no.
So you continue to not get jobs.
Oh, that's not good. You got to call Twitter.
Oh, that's awful. Somebody said, today I was rejected from Florida International University. My dad has been a professor there for 10 years and is on the board of admissions, FML.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you may not really be doing it right if you can't get into a school that your dad, and it's FIU.
I mean, he teaches there and he's on the board of admissions? Seriously, what did you do? Why does your dad hate you?
Yeah, college may not be your thing, man. It's all good. It's all good. It's not for everybody. It says, today I was at Walmart and I saw an exact copy of my engagement ring for $100. This is the exact same ring that had supposedly been in my fiance's family for generations.
Oh, no.
Oh, they got a new Walmart ring and tried to say it was an heirloom.
And you're probably more heard about the lie, right?
It's the lie.
It's the fact that you have this backstory. It's from the family.
You can research the ring. It's really easy to figure out.
Is it really?
Yes.
You can kind of research anything now. They're making phones with the ability to take a picture of something and all this information comes up, Kevin.
Yeah.
It's getting weird out there.
Whatever's imprinted on the inside of the ring, you can research that.
Okay.
You can also take it to a reputable jeweler, and he'll tell you real quick if it's an heirloom or not.
Really? Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Now you know.
$100?
If you're gonna lie about that, don't you know you can get caught so easy with that?
Yeah, dude.
This post on the F My Life website said, today I realized I'm one of those people who can talk without caring if anybody's listening. I was telling my husband about something and noticed he was asleep. I checked our living room camera and watched myself talk for about 20 minutes after his head had drooped to one side.
Sometimes you have to watch the video back, man, to realize what you're doing.
He's out cold for 20 minutes.
And now maybe you can make changes.
You're right.
If you're putting people to sleep with what you're saying, you got to figure out a different approach.
You got to edit down your talking.
Girl, 20 minutes?
20 minutes, she's going, and then... Somebody else said, today for the third time in 3 months, my pregnant wife woke me up by slapping me because I cheated on her in her dreams.
Oh, yeah. This is a thing.
Wow. She said I would never cheat on my wife, and she blames it on pregnancy brain. Sadly, she's still got 5 more months to go until delivery. FML.
That's an excuse to hit your mate.
I don't think it's an excuse to hit your mate.
You had a dream, and then you're going to hit him, and they're going to say, it's because of my dream, and I'm pregnant, so I get to hit you.
Right. What?
Let's go. Isn't that gaslighting?
It's a little psycho.
What did you do to make me think that in my dreams you'd be cheating on me?
Yeah,
That's my subconscious warning me about your behavior.
You're the wrong one. I'm going to slap you and then hide behind my pregnancy.
In my dream, I had a taco truck. Okay? So dreams are not based in reality.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. I've been eaten by dinosaurs. That ain't going to happen.
Eaten by dinosaurs?
I have been eaten by dinosaurs in a night terror.
My God.
Did you wake up?
Yes, I did. No. Yes, I did wake up.
How much of you had they eaten?
Oh, they were all eating they were going for my neck, my rib cage. It was
Oh, my
horrific, and I'm
gosh.
screaming.
Ah.
Yeah, I was out in this open field.
So you were there for a good bit of the munching.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't wake up as they were coming in to bite you.
No, I stuck around for a while. And oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I had several bites in the dream.
That's terrible. That's awful. It's a wonder you don't sleep. I don't think I'd ever sleep again.
Yeah.
I know what's waiting for me
I'd
on the
rather
other
deal
side.
with Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. And finally, somebody said, today my 4-year-old daughter walked into my home office and said, F you. Then she ran to my husband and said, did I say it right?
Oh.
That's not a good thing to be teaching a 4-year-old, Dad.
What are we doing over there?
Whoa.
Yeah, come on, Dad. All right, coming up here in just a little bit on the KVJ Show, Jaybird is going to be wowing you. He's got a thought for the day to put everything into perspective.
Wow, you're teasing that thing early.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No pressure. Just don't let us down.
I better change my current thought of the day because it sucks.
And we had a question. It was very one-sided about new underwear. Do you wear new undies straight out of the store's packaging, or do you wash them first?
That's a great question, and I have questions about this.
Okay.
Yeah, I have questions.
All right, we'll break into it coming up next here on the KVJ Show. All right, so you bring home some new underwear from the store. It's in the package, and the next day you need a new pair of underwear. Do you pull a pair out of the package and wear it, or would you be like, I would never until the thing's been washed?
Okay, so I want to see if this is even true. I played baseball with a guy back in the day, and he wasn't always credible, but he swears he bought underwear from the store that was in the package, but the package was still kind of like broken open.
Oh, yeah, that happens. People will buy underwear and return it, and if they think that it's still sealed in the package, they'll put it back on the shelf.
So he put on the underwear, and he claims he got crabs from that underwear. That somebody had crabs, opened the underwear, put it on, wrapped it back up in that package, and then got crabs from the underwear. Is that a story he was just trying to sell to everybody because he got crabs and was cheating, and he was trying to build a case for himself?
Okay.
Or was he... Can you really get crabs that way?
Legitimately, that happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See?
It seems far-fetched,
But
I guess it's not impossible.
because he did say the underwear was open, and he claims that it could have been worn.
Somebody did text in. They said, I once heard on TV that new underwear was once tested and they found DNA on them.
Oh.
They said the people who were packaging them were leaving DNA behind on them. Not sure if it's true, but it's enough to make me want to wash new underwear before using them. No doubt.
That's all I needed to hear. You're throwing DNA at me, dog?
So it could go all the way to the place where they're making them, that they are doing squirrely things, thinking that most people would just go ahead and take the underwear right out of the package and put it straight on.
In your past, do you just put your drawers out from the package?
I've done it both ways.
Me too.
Sadly, I'm sad to say. I would always prefer to wash the underwear before wearing them, but I know there's been times where I've been like in a pinch and I've had to just put them panties right on.
Right.
Man,
yeah.
I'm just thinking I'm opening up a brand new package of Hanes, and there's DNA on when it's not even opened?
Bruh. That's not cool.
That is against the rules.
Yeah. Now, it's not only maybe about sanitation. Do you not trust what has happened to that underwear before you put it on, getting it straight out of a fresh package? It also could be just the way it feels. One comment says, yeah, you got to wash the underwear before wearing. Otherwise, you might as well just put on a pizza box.
Sometimes
it loosens them up a little bit.
The undershirt can have, I've noticed that with the white undershirts, if you don't wash them, it can give you nipple issues.
Sure. I mean, the cheaper the shirt, the cheaper the panty, the more scratchy they are. But if you buy like nice panties from the store that don't come in a package, that are like individual, and you hold them up and you can't try them on, but they come on a little hanger or something, and they're fancy panties. Those can be super duper soft when you get them, but you still should wash them.
I think I got a case of SNs. Sensitive nipples.
Sad nards.
Well, sad nards.
Yeah.
Saggy nards and sensitive
Saggy.
nipples. I was going for sensitive nipples, but saggy nards
Saggy
work.
nards, yeah. Somebody else who says that they work in retail says, yes, wash everything before you wear it.
Oh, I bet they have stories.
There you go. That's from inside the retail.
Yeah, I mean, I remember grabbing a shirt. I won't say the store, but I'm going, why does this smell like French onion soup? And you could tell somebody had worn it, and there was BO in the pit stain. Just from them trying it on in the store, putting it back on.
Yeah.
That happens.
Oh, yeah.
People are gross.
Yeah, the grossest.
Yeah, that is rough. Okay, so we asked in a KVJ TV poll, do you wash your new underwear straight out of the package before you wear it? 59% say yes, 41% say no.
And I think 10%'s lying. I think 10% has worn it right out of the package, but they know and they heard your DNA stat, and it's so gross.
So you think it's more of a coin flip than a 50-50?
I do. I think it's 50-50. We've all done it. I don't think any of us who's ever listening right now, I don't think they're doing it ever again.
Yeah, well, now you know too much.
I'm watching everything.
Now you can't say, oh, I didn't know. Now you know.
Yeah. Yeah, now we're getting all the retail horror stories about what really happens to underwear.
I don't want to know, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, somebody said working in retail, we found undergarments stuffed behind pillows and chairs, and I'm not sure what exactly people are doing to them or with them, but yeah.
In the store?
Yeah, in the store. Yeah.
They're... Oh.
Are you shocked?
No, I'm shocked of nothing.
People are animals.
I'm shocked. I really... I still maybe get bummed out by news, but I don't think I get shocked by news.
Yeah, you can't shock anymore.
Sad.
Yeah, I get sad.
But not shocked.
Bummed out, but not... I'm like, yeah, I believe it, Kev.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Talking about the underwear thing, has anybody watched that special that they have on Victoria's Secret yet that's on Hulu?
No.
I want to see it, but I don't have that damn Hulu.
Okay.
The Les Wexler.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see it so bad because I love it.
Yeah, jumped into it yesterday. I'm on episode 2, and the thing that's fascinating is that he was tied in with Jeffrey Epstein, and what was
heavily.
What was mysterious about it was just all of a sudden he gives the power of attorney to Jeffrey Epstein to run all of his finances. He really gave every penny he has in the control of Jeffrey Epstein, and that's such a fascinating story. Still, the whole Jeffrey Epstein, a guy who I don't think had any kind of degree, yet all of a sudden he's teaching at a prestigious school, and then he goes from that getting fired at that school, and then all of a sudden he's working on Wall Street. He doesn't have any credentials to do any of this stuff. It just goes to show you the power of being a very good BSer. How you can climb. That's all Jeffrey Epstein had.
He started by BSing the rich parents of the students at that school where he worked. And a few of those rich parents loved him, either worked on Wall Street or had hedge funds or something. And that's how he got in. And he was so charismatic and he was so manipulative that I think that people just fell for it.
Yeah.
Including Les.
Well,
that's how he would get a lot of the girls. He would tell these girls before they got raped that they were going to be possible Victoria's Secret models.
Yeah.
And they would go down the path because he had the credentials from Les or whatever.
Les Wexner, yeah.
It's crazy, right?
It is just, the whole thing is just really fascinating. So if you've been intrigued and captivated by that ongoing saga, and there's just, I'm sure, so many dirty details that even all these specials don't have on it.
How many episodes is it?
Don't know. I didn't see the total, but I know I'm on episode 2.
Is it good?
It's already good and fascinating just because talking about in the world of underwear, Victoria's Secret, how they changed the game. If you're fascinated about how they took it, it was already a company that was there, a catalog thing, and then they just changed what Victoria's Secret was and created this fake Victoria who was an English woman, and then it started to do well, and then it changed again as sex was more part of our society, and they said it was the era of Sex in the City, and how it's just really good marketing and sales, and they convinced women that having 12 pair of underwear is just not enough, and
I agree.
And it was really on how they, in this Les Wexner, if you don't know, he did Abercrombie and Fitch, he does Express, The Limited, all of these kind of things is his. In fact, he even kind of created his own town outside of Columbus called New Albany. So that's how this guy's created an empire.
Question. Do you have enough individual panties to have a different pair every single day for 60 days?
Yes. I do.
Really?
I actually have a very good inventory of my underwear because remember when I was going to be selling it?
Yeah.
I went through all my underwear and I figured out what I wanted to keep, what I wanted to sell, what was going to sell better. So I have a very good grasp and I have way over 60 pair and I don't wear but maybe 20% of those.
Yeah. What did you make more money on, selling your panties or your feet pics?
I never sold feet pics.
Oh, you did? Okay.
But I'm open to it.
Okay.
He'd like you to.
I don't deal in single digits or double digits. If you're going to come at me with anything less than, I don't know, a couple zeros behind it, don't bother.
How to questa of you.
Yeah. But you can see, now you're like 60 pair of underwear. They said that men and women used to have about the same amount of undergarments. And a Victoria's Secret really kind of changed that.
Yeah, well, I need different panties for different outfits because there's stuff that will work well with this dress, but you can't wear it with this dress or this skirt. These pants require a special panty that you can't wear them with any other outfit. Like there's a whole thing going on under here.
Oh, the Friday night panties different than Taco Tuesday night panties.
Totally.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started on the bras.
Yeah.
Same thing. Different outfit, different bra.
They talked about the psychology of it, and their whole thing was once they had you in the dressing room, they had you. And so the big thing was now, hey, while you're in there, try this, try that, and the upsell and everything else.
They do that. They bring you more.
Yeah. And they're like, if you can get them into the dressing room, then they're on the hook. So
and
throw
their
everything at
dressing
them.
rooms are so cute. I don't know if you've ever been in one.
That was a big part of it.
They're super girly. They're super feminine. They're super designed to just be eye candy little rooms.
Yeah.
And they make you feel like you're cute.
Yeah.
Do you have a confidence bra where you put it on and you go, I'm just a bad bee?
I do. I have a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can tell just by her attitude. I can tell when she's wearing her confidence bra.
Yeah. And Victoria's Secret told you needed that confidence bra.
They did.
If you don't have it.
And the sales girl was telling me how cute I looked in it. Oh, that's all I needed to hear.
All you need to hear.
Strutting around like I'm Stephanie Seymour herself.
I mean, there's a reason why it's a cliche. Flattery really does get you everywhere.
It does.
Somebody said that the Victoria's Secret special on Hulu, 3 episodes. Okay, so I don't have much longer to go. It's already been worth it and fascinating. And somebody else texted in and said that he had just bought Greg Norman's Jupiter Island house. So
really?
Yeah.
Okay, that property is amazing. I know a little bit about it. It's got its own gas station on the property, okay?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Can you set your own gas prices at that point?
Yeah. You have the tanker truck come and fill it.
Yeah.
And you pay way less than everybody else.
Well, they had said what it was Les Wexner because he was he's a big fish in Columbus, Ohio, and that's where they're running everything out of. But he wanted to be in the New York social life, and that's why Jeffrey Epstein came into his life because Jeffrey Epstein had the ins, knew all the swanky parties to go to.
Lex had the money.
Yes.
Les had the money.
Lex Wexner.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. Leslie, because I think his real name's Leslie. Les Wexner. Wexner. Les Wexner.
Oh, I'm not doing so good on that
one. Get it? That's all right. We'll just say the Victoria's Secret guy.
Yeah, say that old white guy from Victoria's Secret.
There you go. We were talking a little bit about scandal just a second ago with the Victoria's Secret story of Les Wexner now on Hulu you can watch. And I'm just kind of curious when they're going to come out with the one on Elon Musk. There's a lot of interesting little behind-the-scenes stories about that cat that has come out just in the last week or two that I find fascinating. The one about his dad and him talking about how, I guess that's where Elon gets his whole theory of propagating the species and spreading your seed to as many people as you possibly can.
Daddy taught me.
Yeah, and Daddy knocked up the stepsister, I believe it was, and Elon's kind of on the outs with him right now.
Daddy, you're not supposed to sleep with my sister.
That's kind of a little interesting. And now there is another little story that is happening about Elon Musk. He's denying this, but he's being accused of of having an affair by his longtime friend, the Google co-founder, and said that, you wound up banging my wife and then she divorced me.
Oh, my.
Yes. He's saying, no, he's mistaken. That did not happen. But there's a lot of fascinating, salacious stories starting to build around this guy. The more you know about Elon Musk.
And is he or is he not the father of Amber Heard's baby?
Yeah, again, you can add that into the mix.
I saw that all over TikTok this weekend, but sometimes TikTok tricks me with its lies. I mean, and I believe something like it's true, and then people are like, "No, stupid, it's TikTok."
There's so many rumors and so much drama. How can you live like that? There's just too much. How would collapse?
He's still being sued by Twitter too.
Yeah, so I mean, there's
how
just
much scandal can you go through?
There's a gazillion things that are happening, and maybe this is just what happens when you become prominent. But Elon Musk responded to the accusation, saying it was BS, and said, "Look, Sergey and I were our friends, and we were at a party together just last night. I've only seen Nicole twice in 3 years, both times with many other people around. Nothing romantic." And he said, "I haven't even had sex in ages. Sigh." Elon Musk.
No, we're supposed to feel bad for you.
Ages, meaning, an hour ago. Get out of here with that.
So this guy, Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google, is the world's 8th richest human.
Wow.
And he even helped Elon Musk out financially during the 2008 economic crisis. So, did he repay him by banging his wife? I don't know. But that's one of these salacious rumors that's going around. But there's a lot of them. Like I said, you could start to make a pretty solid special on Elon Musk right now.
I wonder how much this Nicole is going to get in the divorce from him.
I don't know. Yeah. Fascinated to see what all happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All that big money stuff. All right. We got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up here live on YouTube in just about 10 or so minutes. You can dial in, go to kvjshow.tv. Make sure you subscribe while you are there. Wanted to give a really quick shout out to the Seminole Ridge High School girls flag football team for winning the Wellington flag football tournament this weekend. Girls flag football is a big deal here in South Florida, and it's growing all the time, so congrats to them for a job well done. All right, Bird, if you would, wrap us up with your thought for the day.
All endings are also beginnings. We just don't know it at the time.
That's true.
Bird on a Monday?
Deep.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.